I'm Brendan, and welcome to my cove, the Brendan's Cove. I have hijacked the channel. It is mine now. I am the Corsair now. Look at me. I am the Corsair now. Hi, everyone. We're here for another little Candlekeep Christmas. I am DMing tonight, but I do have a whole bunch of lovely people joining me as well. I have Jess, the Queen Binch herself. I have Zach. I have Rowe. And who's this guy? Oh, it's only Mr. Corsair's Cove himself, Josh the Pirate.
The deposed.
So thank you for joining us today. This is hopefully the final part of the canopic being. Not to put any pressure on my players to get their shit together and just make things happen.
Won't be happening. This is not the last one, but I have anything to do with it.
I just got here.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm going to make it worse. I also don't know what's happening.
Great. Let's introduce ourselves, shall we? Jess, would you like to start?
I don't think I have an option. Hi, I'm Jess, the Queen Binch. I'm playing Mrs Claws tonight, and if I have anything to do with it, this will not be the last of the one shot. You don't put me in the lineup on the last game and then be like, oh, she'll be fine, she won't cause issues, she won't take us in the wrong direction. They put Zach here to kind of hold me back. Doesn't work. Comorbidity something. Anyway.
Zach, how about you?
Yes, hello. I'm Zach, or Renegade Chicken. I was playing here last night. Obviously, infections don't go away overnight or over months, as they are still yet to uproot me. Playing the Goat Man again. Thumbs up.
The Goat Man.
And keeping Jess on a leash by her claims.
Not worth it.
Mental image.
Dubious prospect at best.
Rowe, Rahima, talk about yourself.
Hi, I'm Rowe. I'm a Perth or Boolaloo-based educator and theatre maker, and you can catch me here tonight or on Corsair's Cove. I'm around on Monday nights at some point in the future because we're in off-season right now. I'm also on Jack Squarepeg's channel, doing cowboy stuff, and somewhere, oh yes, there's a link tree in chat which has links to my most recent shows, which the next of which is at Fringe World in Perth. I'm doing a show that I wrote myself, so you should come and see it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. Karen says it's very good. Because she's
Oh, she did read it. Cool.
I think so. Yeah.
Josh, who are you?
Oh, yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Josh the Pirate. You can find me here sometimes on Brendan's channel, where I run D&D occasionally. I'll be back tomorrow night running... Brendan and I are going to swap seats for tomorrow evening for the this year finale of Elements and Evil. We'll be back in the new year for a little bit more. Yeah, I wrote it this afternoon. It's going to be quite exciting. They've got an awful lot of problems to solve. And I'm going to introduce a new homebrew mechanic that I read about and I like. To allow them to continue casting spells even when they don't have spell slots by burning their exhaustion instead.
Incredible.
Taking a level of exhaustion per spell level slot.
Oh, yes. We like that.
I hate the implications of that.
It's a trap!
Cone of cold and reduce yourself to one step from death immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Cone
are...
of cold brackets morgue.
So Julio's on 2 strength after a few strength drains.
Good times.
And everybody else is on like single-digit hit points, I think. It's great. Brendan, the level 11, Eric, the level 11 druid, is out of spell slots after 2 running battles and actually just a straight-up fight. It's great. Everything's going great. If you like my majestic voice but you think I can stand to turn the face down a bit, you can check out the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scan Felspar and his little dragon, Krosh. Back to you in the studio, Brendan.
Thanks, our reporter on the beat. I am Brendan. I am an actor, director, DM, and usually a player on this channel on Thursday nights, as Josh was just describing. This is my third night in a row DMing, and tomorrow night I'm going to be playing again. So, yippee! I can't
And he
wait
owns the
for-
place now.
Yeah. I can. I'm going to change the rules so that every
Right.
donated channel points for inspiration automatically goes to me. Including tonight. Have fun with that, players.
Nice.
Excellent.
Fantastic,
Nothing bad
thank
will
you.
happen
So
to you.
we do have some channel sponsors some supporters of this channel. We have Trollord Games, who published some of Gary Gygax's last works. They are incredibly affordable and produce lots of great tabletop RPG stuff. And our other big supporter is Wooden Forge. Josh, would you please show us your wood?
I love showing off my wood. Thank you. Yeah, this is part of the Wooden Forge wood that I have. I have many bits of Wooden Forge wood, and they're all around me. There's actually this one's really quite fun. This little boy up here. This one is my Corsair's Cove coin, which they made for me. They do loads of custom
very
little
cool.
things, very pretty things. Yeah, it's a little. Actually got my Brendan's channel logo there. Pretty cool. Gorgeous stuff like that, all handcrafted, artisan quality, beautiful things. And we also have a giveaway going on this evening. If you type !ticket in chat to go into the draw, you will win you might win a Trollord Games voucher, $10 off of their online store, which is pretty good because that'll get you most single products on their online store. So heck yeah, there you go. Shannon Haas is in the draw, as is the Cal Show. Cal Show has a good record of winning stuff. Just keep Lancaster away, Cal.
Fantastic. And we do have social medias as well, if we can get the socials links in there.
Yep.
Josh and Karen do a really great job of maintaining my social media for me, including the YouTube channel, where the VODs often get uploaded either the night of or the morning after. And the Discord is very busy and well frequented, and is a lot of fun to hang out in as well. And also, Twitter and Blue Sky exist.
And we do need to say thank you very much, Rogueheart, for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag.
Fantastic.
And that hype train as well, you bloody champions. Good on you guys.
Excellent.
Rogue Heart. I thought you said Roe Heart, and I was like, I love their name. And then I saw Rogue Heart, and I was like, yeah, that's all right.
Damn.
70% of
Thought
a
you were
good name.
cooler.
Okay, let's get into it. I don't think there's anything else to distract us. So,
You underestimate my power, but sure.
Look who you have on your screen.
So, a couple of nights ago, a party of adventurers on behalf of Candlekeep were sent to investigate a Candlekeep sage's disappearance. Her name is Myaston Sadar. She is a dragonborn, and she was investigating a book made of crystal with green gemstone eyes in it, and the book was called The Canopic Being. She expressed concern to her boss, the bookworm, about the contents of the book, and said she was going to go and consult with the Oracle of the All-Seeing Orb, which she did. After she left, the bookworm decided to have a look in the book for themselves and noticed that the book seemed to be about lots of dark rituals, including notably the ritual to make oneself a mummy lord, which involved a ritual where the victim's organ, one specific organ, is magically replaced with an organ of the mummy lord, and then their entire memory of the ritual is erased. At the back of the book, there is a list of names of those which have been bestowed, and Myson Sadar's name was on that list, as well as all of your names and the names of your friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. This is some Ship Theseus shit.
Yeah, we have been selected for involuntary organ donation.
But
Yes.
what does that mean?
Swapping.
True.
So we swap with the Mummy Lord.
Yeah. So one of yours is now on a Mummy Lord's one. We think. We're not sure.
So if he gives that to somebody else, that was technically his, so we're Ship Theseus and was full shit.
Do I get anything out of it?
No.
Dead.
You just so you take my kidney and I get your kidney and that's it.
Yeah, you
It's not even a good
get
kidney.
It's not that great.
You get this guy's kidney, but it has a little bit of necrosis.
Kind of like
Right,
a
okay.
Voldemort-y, like Horcruxy thing, a little bit.
And if something happens to the guy,
It
he comes and
is
takes it back
very
as well as the
similar.
rest of you.
Yeah, very similar to a Horcrux or a phylactery.
Yeah.
For witches.
Ah, okay, right.
But
Yeah.
yes,
For
and
him
from
or
what we
for us?
know,
Yes.
from what we know, the ritual apparently requires willing participants.
Oh.
At least the best that we have found so far, which is why everyone is so confused, because if all our names are in this book, it would imply that we all consented to this, which is rather
haven't.
difficult, seeing as some of us don't have typical organs to consent to giving away.
Yeah.
I'm a cat.
This is
Like-
screaming Call of Cthulhu vibes for me.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry, that was totally my derailing. Keep
No,
going.
you're
Rachel.
so
No,
right.
you're fine.
Ari's working on that tangent emote.
No, Zach, while you're at it, do you want to talk a bit about what specifically you discovered or came about from last session?
Sure.
Yeah, the last time I was here, there was a pair of Dow had just appeared,
Yes.
and then I got kind of teleported away.
Yes, so I think I arrived at the beginning of last session as we were sort of teleported in, but not in the traditional way that we're used to with Candlekeep, with just sort of being bamfed. It was more like a kind of wibbly-wobbly, almost like wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, kind of everything squishes and you get
I
thrown
love
around
wibbly wobbly
and things.
timely whiny.
We appeared in a room in this temple, shortly after which we met someone in a robe who was like, oh, I think your friend's down that corridor. And we heard the sounds of aggressive Dow approaching Hjort, our bard, who was the only person left after the rest of the group had been teleported away. So we sprinted in, and if I can be completely honest, we put a masterclass beat down on those Dow, taking fairly minimal damage while dispatching both of them. We broke through the dais in the middle of the room, retrieving the hilt of the sunblade inside. And upon picking it up, I think I had my character actually had a vision of someone, this sort of lady who we're presuming maybe the oracle who inhabits this temple, with a tattoo of an eye in the middle of her forehead and a diadem on her head, of her slaying some dark being of some description, and then a second vision of me slaying her. So who knows what that means.
Fuck her up, babe.
We proceeded to head deeper in. I believe at this point we had found a separate room where we found a tiefling made entirely out of crystal with glowing eyes, who spoke to us as a conduit, because it turned out the oracle was just using them as a mouthpiece to talk to us, and invited us willingly further into the temple, asking if we could please return the book to them, I believe. Or at least to come talk to them. And then as we did decide to go further in, we followed a casting of locate object as Daria was searching for the pages that had been torn out of the back of the book. which were an appendix that we needed to look for, which apparently had some details about how this whole process works.
Mine appendix.
And how it can be reversed.
And how it can be reversed. The only catch was we stepped through the first sort of major door on the way to this locate object spell and witnessed a dragonborn in robes who, on first inspection at least, we assume may be the person we came here to find, seemingly dead on the floor in a pool of dried blood with a knife and what looks like a long, I think it was like an oval sort of shaped stone that was like broken in half on the floor, if memory serves.
Yeah.
And right as we had all decided, sort of spotted this and went, oh hell, everyone except for Gavle was spontaneously kind of and shipped out of the room. As they all got teleported away in classic not so classic Candlekeep fashion. But I think that more or less sums
incredibly
it up.
well recapped. Thank you very much. The only slight difference is that in terms of Valen asking for the book, it was a part of her conversation with Damien, where Damien was saying, hey, there appears to be a clerical error in this book that we have.
That's right.
It seems that you have claimed that you have our organs, and she agreed and said, oh, no, that is clearly a clerical error. Bring the book to me and we can sort it out.
That's right.
And she said there aren't even any clerics here.
And I believe we all came to the consensus of this sounds fishy, but we don't have a better plan. So we all started moving
Mrs. Claws
further
is
in.
here. Sounds fishy.
You did, she did offer to have the golem, the canopic golem, lead you to her, which
Yes,
you
the,
politely
The
refused.
tiefling made of crystal, but yes, we
Right.
said no.
That was a golem, right?
Yeah.
Do we have the book with us?
That's a
We
great
didn't
question.
bring it
Hjort-
with us.
Damien
Hjort had it.
or
Oh, did he?
Hjort, I think,
Okay.
was holding on to it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it is reasonable that he probably would have handed it over to Gavle if Gavle wanted it.
Yeah, I think I imagine that if he recognized the signs of the beginning of teleportation, he would have called for it and perhaps caught it if Hjort had thrown it to him just before he got yoinked away for plot reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. So, excellent. That leaves us in a great spot to pick up. So,
Yes, indeed.
Dolph, Claws, Ravira, you find yourself, as you're somewhat accustomed to at this point, particularly around this time of year, taken from whatever you were doing beforehand and shunted into a completely different place. However, rather than just appearing somewhere that one or more of your friends are, you all experience a feeling of pressure from above and below you, kind of squeezing you until you
not
feel
again.
like you're just a liquid and then excreted into a location, a room that is entirely made of crystal, including semi-transparent crystal doors ahead of you. Looking behind you, there is a portal in the shape of an eye. And through the semi-transparent crystal floors and walls and ceiling, you can vaguely make out green and purple and red swirling colors outside.
Brendan, I have a tricky question for you. Because Hjort was here, Dolph was here before, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, how much time has elapsed for Dolph?
None. That you have. Well, I mean, you would struggle to have a barometer for that, but I will tell you for free that you have noticed no weirdness in terms of the passing of time.
Okay, so
But to Dolph,
like,
does
he
it
was-
just seem like he got
he blamped out and
squeezed
then
out of
blamped
the
right
first
back again
one?
again?
No. So you let's
Wherever I
say
went,
it
how
was
long
like
was I there?
you spent several hours not here.
Right.
So there's no weird timey stuff has happened.
So, and several hours have happened here while
Yes.
I've been gone. Okay, cool. No, that wasn't my question was basically how much time has Dolph not been here for him. Yeah, cool. Several hours. Awesome. Thank you. Not that it matters, but would that qualify as a short rest?
No.
Okay.
Oh, look, yes, because you were here on the first day, so yes, you can have a short rest.
I genuinely don't think it matters. I don't think I burned
Yeah.
anything except one wild magic surge thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but interesting tool. Thank you. Oh, I don't like that one. That's not a... no, I much prefer the... Hey, hi, how are you guys? Claws, lovely to see you. It's been a while.
So they're not in the room with me, are they?
No.
No, they're not.
Cool.
I will get to you in a sec.
No,
Dolph? No. Hjort? Come, quick. Dolph runs up the corridor and goes into the room where the plinth was.
Okay.
And I'll follow slowly.
I know where we are. Come with me.
Claus, Mrs. Claus, what can you describe yourself for us, please,
Oh,
as you
right.
appear in this room?
Sure can. So she is a half orc,
That's
to
right.
be very clear, but she has, think, cat-like features. She has the narrowed eyes, the button nose. Her ears is a little bit too big. A little bit pointy, cat-like. Sorry, my brain just left. Her teeth are a little bit too sharp. She moves with an elegance and a grace that does go out the window the second she steps on something she doesn't like.
Does she have fur, or does she have orc skin?
She has orc skin
For now.
Okay.
for now.
Great. And-
Yeah, God, I'd say what she'd be. Yeah, tall for a half orc, even like 6'8", 6'9", but quite. Is the word lithe?
Lithe, yeah.
Lithe, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, readers won't
Nubile. No, you're all good.
Yeah, readers won't and yeah, she's
Ravira-
going to half sprint,
Yes, sorry, go ahead.
half jog after. Dolph. Okay, I
Change
got
my
there.
name on the
Yeah.
Zoom. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh
please.
no, I remember.
Okay. Ravira also appears there too, alongside the other two. Can you describe Ravira for us, please?
Ravira has long black flowing hair that's in a plait down her back. It's usually braided up. She's got eyes that kind of, they're hazel, but sometimes the light hits them in a certain way and they look almost silver. It's almost like it's a trick of the light. All of her clothes are quite like earthy. They're all kind of put together. She's got like leaves and leathers, but all very much like a homegrown, homemade kind of vibe. And she's got a quarterstaff on her back that's looks more or less like just a large branch. She's got little elf ears that poke through her hair. She's a half elf, and she's wearing a braided oak diadem on her head. And she's got a little watering can in her hand because she was watering. Everyone. Okay, I guess we're doing this again, guys. I guess I'll follow them.
This way. Brendan,
Don't worry, it
Hi.
should be fine.
I need to ask actually, real quick. With Mrs. Claus, she's a druid. I think last year, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh.
Yeah.
We had like this little homebrew rule where basically she could snap in and out of wild shape, quote unquote, as she wished, but only to the form of a snowy, fluffy cat, like a white, fluffy cat.
House cat.
Yes.
Yeah, literally a house cat.
It had
with
no utility. If there was
no
any function
utility.
to it, then you had to burn the spells. You had to burn the wild shape.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. I don't have any issues with that.
Excellent, easy. Dolph, there is a cat very close to your ankles. She might not bite.
Ooh, ooh, kitty! And Ravira is
Gavle,
immediately
this
going to
one
change
is very.
Ravira is immediately going to change into a cat as well.
So it's
Be
like
like,
Karen
okay.
wasn't here. Otherwise, there would have been 3 druids and Gavle.
It's just all druids. Who scheduled this?
Yo.
Mrs. Claus
Yeah.
turns around, sees your cat form, and just tail up, ears up. Holy fuck! Like, holy fuck, face. Alright, you guys are gonna have a great time.
Mhm.
What does Ravira look like?
So Dolph and 2 cats enter the room that the plinth was in.
Yeah,
This is the start of a bad
and
joke.
a black cat.
Excellent.
A black cat, a white cat, and a deer.
So, the Dolph doesn't run far. He runs down a hallway and then takes a left at an intersection, which opens up into a larger diamond-shaped room with debris made of crystal just across the floor in the center of the room. There are 2 double doors directly across from you, and a smaller hallway to the side, to your left. Meanwhile, Gavle, you are in this room with 4 crystal pillars, and with this body of a dragonborn in the center, covered in a pool of dried blood.
Just as a quick little check as well, has it, I assume in-game, has it been less than an hour since we started our previous fight?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. I only ask because my transformation lasts for an hour and I don't have a lot of them, so I'm just going to let it time out. Because I don't think it greatly impairs my ability to act normally. So I think he'll, I do think as he steps in, and then all of his friends sort of away, we'll just, that can't be good. And he'll, I think, just walk over into the room and gently try to sort of lift from one shoulder to, like, turn the body over and see if it's, if it matches the description of the scholar that we were looking for.
So you said you turn over the body?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It does seem, you didn't get a detailed description, but she is wearing Candlekeep robes. She is a dragonborn. You notice when you roll her over that there is a wound in her torso, and a dagger, a knife nearby, as well as this this kind of oval shaped stone in 2 halves. You also see that she is clutching a page to her chest.
I do think that as gingerly as he can with his extremely jagged fingers at the moment, will retrieve the note from her to see if he can get a read on it.
Yeah. If by getting a read you mean
reading it, yes. I was conflating my next action with this one, my bad.
Yeah, no, I understand. So, looking over it both ways, you can see one side of the page has printed text on it.
Mm-hmm.
And just at a glance, you see at the top the right of reclamation. On the other side of the page, you see something handwritten, which appears to be pretty hasty. The gist of it is it does appear to be written by Myerston. The gist of it is that she found herself here with no memory of how she came to this specific room, although she did remember that she had come to this place to seek an audience with the Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
She has put two and two together, having read the book. And you do also notice that the area immediately surrounding the wound looks like it has begun to crystallize, and is semi-transparent. She says that she would rather die than to become one of these golems. And she describes that as of this writing, she is looking at the pancreas that she cut out of herself. She also goes on to describe what she knows of mummy lords.
Right.
That they are quite powerful undead with the ability to transfer curses, mostly through touch, but not exclusively. And most importantly, she says that if a mummy lord is defeated, but its heart is not destroyed, then it will reform within the course of 24 hours.
So, someone has the heart. Probably.
And if given, like, I think that there's a bit of a disconnect here, because I, as a player, can kind of reason this out.
Mm-hmm.
Gavle is, I don't even think not particularly bright is an apt enough description. I'm going to say Gavle is particularly dull. And also doesn't know how anatomy works because he's made of sticks. I've been told that she's apparently removed a pancreas from herself, and I can see this weird-looking oval rock in front of me that's broken in two. I guess he'd kind of assume that maybe that has something to do with a pancreas, but he doesn't know why someone would have a rock in them. So, if possible, I'd like to try the same trick I did yesterday, and I would like to use grim psychometry.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
On the object broken on the ground. So for reference, for those of you who weren't here last night, Gavle is a blood hunter. One of their things is that they can kind of like pick up an object and try to roll a history check, and if you roll sufficiently high enough, the DM might give you short sort of like visions or something about the grim and or tragic past of the object or space that you're sort of using this on. And so I'm hoping if this is the thing that she cut out of herself, it'll probably not be very fun to watch, but I might be able to confirm it.
All right, go ahead and roll that for me.
Awesome. I do have advantage on this check, but I also have the good old -1. But I also nat 20'd, so
Hey.
I'll take it.
Excellent. Okay.
Big.
You touch I'll say both halves of this object, and you flash back to a familiar woman in a familiar chamber, floating in the air, seemingly, with a dragonborn woman floating horizontally in front of her. The Valen performs some kind of ritual, and there is a slight convulsing in Myerston's body. And then an organ, a pancreas, appears in Valen's hand. A completely intact, relatively healthy organ, which Gavle probably wouldn't know one way or the other what it is.
No, but that looks like person meat more so than this rock.
Yes, sure does. And that is all that you say. Other team of 3 in the testing chamber.
I'd cut back to me chewing on Dolph's leg.
Excellent. What are you up to?
I'm purring and doing the 8 between. So poor Dolph is trying to run, but I'm going.
Dolph has gotten there. He is assessing the situation. He picks up the cat that is amenable and holds it in one arm while patting it.
I bite harder.
And he just kind of yeah. he knows Mrs. Claws of old. And he knows this cat, and he has not realized that they're the same person. So he says, well, this is where they were last time I was here, which was a few hours ago. There was a hilt and a sword and a stone. I think it was a gift from the Scarlet Sage, actually, which is interesting. Hjort! And, yeah, because he doesn't know who else was here. It's I was here with Holly, and Garnot, and Hjort, of course. And but Hjort was the only one who stayed, I think. And things were looking bad, and now they are, well, looks like things have been bad, but I don't know where they went afterwards, so...
I will add some observations to this room that are different since you were last here.
Yep.
I will also correct myself before and say only about an hour has passed.
Okay.
And probably just under. You see in different parts of the room, there is one pile of sand with a big fuck off maul discarded next to it.
Oh, mine.
And a different part of the room, there is a pile of slowly melting snow with a maul next to it as well. Also in the center of the room, kind of around where the debris of this dais is some black, slimy residue. And a Rolex.
Yes.
Michael Bublé.
Dolph picks up the Rolex and the 2 mauls, muttering about how he thinks Garnot and Claws would probably really like the mauls, and how Damien would probably really like the Rolex. He is literally just gathering up Christmas presents.
A little chirp from the white cat that has stopped biting you for a moment. I have a question. Does Dolph know that Ravira and the black cat are the same individual?
Nope.
Excellent.
It's Ravira. Claws, are you coming?
He's just got a cat.
Yeah, he's just got 2
Gavle,
cats.
can you
Doesn't mind.
make a perception roll for me, please?
He's not quiet.
Yes. So was it me, or did you say Dolph was?
Yes.
Gavle.
Can I give him advantage on this by if she's hearing Dolph call out, Mrs. Claus is going to get into the middle of this room, throw her head back, and you know how when a cat has never been fed in her life, never ever, yow. Yeah, she's going to yow.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
fun thing, I actually have advantage while in my werewolf form because this is based on either smell or hearing. So
Cool.
you go.
That's fine. I'm gonna yell anyway.
Super loud.
that's
anyway,
valid. Perception, that is an 18 total.
Woo.
Good roll.
Dolph has
Great.
not yet offered me a little treat.
You can hear this yowling of a cat and Dolph's voice resonating through the crystal of this temple. It sounds distant, but you are aware that people that you're familiar with are now in this temple.
I don't. It was a relatively straightforward path to get to where I am, I think, because I'm pretty sure it was just once we left the room, the only place where the path diverged was where we either went left to get to where we are now, or right into the pool with the massive, the room with the massive like inky pool.
Yeah.
If memory serves.
The only point of confusion that you can think of is there are 2 other exits from the room, from the dais room.
Yeah, it's true. I think in that case, Yevle not knowing how to explain it, sort of just shouting through the corridors of a temple, will instead just shout back, as I think as best he can, just coming, and will just start hoofing it back down the corridors towards the dais room.
So there is a deep bellowing coming and then thumping footsteps coming towards us, and Dolph is like, okay, little kitty, and puts Ravira on his shoulder, and says, and you little one, stand behind me, okay? And both mauls come out. He sort of readies himself.
One of them
yeah.
is gently taken from him by Mrs Claws, the
Oh, good.
half-orc, who is sitting behind him.
Oh,
Incredible.
there you are.
You're going to
Good.
kind of just scratch this black cat that's on his shoulder.
Stay back, Ravira. Something is coming. And then Gavle rounds the corner.
No,
Yeah, I think fully just.
don't take
Oh,
my
I'm sorry.
narration
I
from
apologize.
the players.
I apologize.
Silly players.
All I said was meow.
That's fair.
You're fine. You're my favorite, bro.
Damn it.
So you hear this booming voice and these thudding footsteps, and around from the corridor without a door, this crystal tiefling with glowing eyes hovers into the room.
Huh.
And speaks with an ethereal female voice and says, more guests, welcome. I am Valen. If you, I assume that you have come to find your friends?
I don't trust
Yeah,
you
we
for a
have
second.
before. I don't think anything's changed.
Was she here before, Dolph?
I've never met her before. But Valen is the name of the person we were, I think, coming to talk to. The High Priestess,
want
or
to-
you are the seer?
I'm the Oracle. If you wish to entreat with me, then please follow my golem.
Certainly.
Around this time, Gavle, you would arrive behind the golem.
Okay.
May I please, when Ravira's going to meow, and then she jumps off the Dolph's shoulders, and then kind of goes over and starts, and I would like to roll an Arcana check, please, on said golem.
Okay.
Acceptable.
To what effect?
I want to find out if it's a living being, in terms of if it's like controlled and alive, but
Okay, roll an Arcana
yeah.
check.
And may I roll an insight check to try to figure out if this individual is trying to get us to a secondary location to traffic and or murder us?
Absolutely.
I
Dolph
got
will
13.
not roll that. Dolph is
I got
confident
4.
that he knows the answer to this question.
I got a 4.
Okay, so, and Ravira, you said 13? Okay. It is difficult to ascertain, and for Claws as well, there's no expression to this creature, and the voice sounds like does not originate from this thing, but judging by actually Ravira, this tiefling has a long crystalline tail which is completely stationary, does not move at all. Brings to mind like crystal knickknacks. What you are certain of is that the voice currently speaking to you is not that of this creature, if it has one. But you're not sure whether that extends to complete control over this creature from someone else. You're not quite sure with that 13. And Claws, with your insight of 4, just the fact that there is no expression to this thing whatsoever, and the voice is pretty ethereal, it is really difficult to get a read on.
Yeah.
Ravira's gonna go around the and like look at the tail and like just give it like a whap.
As you approach it and go to go around it, it stationarily like rotates in place so that it is watching you.
Can I get round to the tail? Like, is it one of those like I'm trying to go around the tail and it's like going around with me and like we just end up in a spin?
But you could pretty easily run through its legs and bat the tail.
The white cat will slink between Dolph's legs and come and join you.
Is there a reaction when I buck the tail?
No.
Okay. Ravira is
And the
gonna
tail
then...
does not move.
Yeah, so Ravira is then gonna like jump back and she's decided she doesn't like it.
I'm going to climb
My
it.
sentiments exactly. Yes, we will. Oh, Gavle.
Yes, I think rounding the corner, because I don't remember whether Rowe was here when I played him last year. So, very brief summary. Gavle, if you've is named after a town in Sweden called Gavle because they do a thing every year called Gävlebocken. I'm probably mispronouncing it horribly, but
Pretty close.
But basically it's like an enormous wicker goat statue that they do, and people have you're not supposed to set it on fire. People keep trying to set it on fire for some reason.
And succeeding.
And so he's deathly afraid of fire, but he appears to be a Gävlebocken, which was anthropomorphized in some fashion. He is entirely made out of wood, which appears to be kind of broken and fraying on the edges, and his limbs and fingers and kind of joints are all held together with red ribbon to stop him from collapsing. As he sort of like thumps around the corner and then looks towards and just
Dolph, just you?
No, Claws is here as well, and Ravira is somewhere.
Meow!
I'm sure she'll turn up.
Meow!
Hello.
No
yes?
noise, but within a few seconds you'll feel the I am scratching the shit out of you.
Yeah. And of course, and Mrs. Claus's cat is also here, so...
yeah, I do explicitly remember actually one thing that happened last year.
Gavle and Dolph, neither of us know this, do they?
And both Dolph and Gavle, neither of us figured out we could transform and the cat would be separate entities.
Yeah.
want to be very clear, she was not trying to hide it.
Yeah, they're just
I
very
think
dumb.
Oh, this is
Gavle
the
will
party
just sort
from
of
hell.
Hello?
as he kind of reaches down, and I think we'll scoop the cat up onto the top of his head in between
Biting
his
and kicking and
enormous
biting and
horns,
kicking and biting and kicking.
before he'll stand back up and just
Right.
I'm happy enough.
Well,
Well,
What happened?
since all of my guests are now in the same room, would you all care to join me?
I don't know.
and then looks towards Dolph, and then just
I think that she might be taking people's inside parts.
Oh. Yeah, that was our assumption. Yeah.
I saw a vision of it, and I found the lady they sent us here to find.
Huh?
I think she had
Ravira is gonna interrupt and like change back into herself and be like, shall we have this conversation around the corner, gentlemen?
There you are. Wait, were you a cat?
Yes?
Oh.
Can you do that?
I did not know you could do this. Is this an elf thing?
No, you knew I could do
There-
this.
there's
You've seen
a-
my panther. You've seen my that's.
Oh, I knew you
The
could do
snowy
that.
white cat is nodding at you like, yes, it's an elf thing. Tell them it's an elf thing.
Oh yes.
I need to keep this going now.
It's an elf thing. Anyway,
Right.
can we have this conversation around the corner?
I'd love
Bye,
to.
strange bean. Who
yes,
we'll find our own way.
Sirius, we'll
Bye.
look you up in a
Thank
moment.
You. All right,
It,
yeah, we're
it doesn't seem to be fully articulated. It raises its arm like horizontally, and like does that.
I don't like it.
No, I'm not a big fan.
Once we're around the corner, Ravira is going to be like, so I know that I am not always the best with all the, interactions and stuff, but I think I have learned that you're not supposed to talk about the person who's doing the thing in front of the person who's doing the thing.
The only, solid point. And my only concern is that I don't think they think what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah, that we do, and we don't have that anyway. So, sorry. Go on, Yevle. What else is happening?
Right.
you seem sort of like now suddenly conscious of it. Look around the corner to make sure that the golem isn't following us.
I'm gonna say that you go up the corridor to the north,
Yeah.
back the way that you came from, Yevle,
Yeah,
because
cool.
it is away from the chamber of the handmaiden, who would also just open her door and say hello. So you've gone in the opposite direction, and you look around the corner. The golem doesn't seem to have any interest in you. It's T-posing.
Are the walls still
Uh,
covered in eyes?
I was just about to get there. Yes. Yeah.
Oh!
You look around the corner and say, "Good, no golem," and look back to face a wall that has these green gemstone eyes in it.
You see,
Oh.
we are in the lair of a master seer oracle, and I believe all of these eyes are fully capable of observing us at all times. So I would not overly concern yourself with, being able to hide from them unless we want to leave. And even then,
Well, have we found Marston yet?
we walk into the room.
I think so. Follow me.
Okay.
The cat jumps down off of Heavily, and following up behind y'all is Mrs Claws of the Half-Orc. Brendan, I would like to poke one of these eyes.
Yeah, great.
With like,
You poke one of the eyes.
Cool.
It seems to be made of some kind of hard gemstone.
I just wanted to know what I think of it. That's all.
Well,
What I will say is you poke it and maybe you blink or you look away for a second, and when you look back, its position is different to what it was when you first looked at it.
Is it looking at me or is it looking away?
Yes.
I would say it's looking at you.
Yeah, I think as Yevle leads them further down the corridor, he'll
So, fair warning. I think I found her. The person I found is definitely dead.
Like,
But it
Not
was
ideal.
like very dead or recently dead?
very dead.
Oh.
It looks like it was, like they did it themselves, though.
Oh.
here, and he's gonna sort of pull the piece of paper out of his pocket and hand it over to Ravira to read, and we'll just.
I think she was becoming one of those.
Oh.
Looking
And
at
points
your
back in the
shoulder.
direction of
you-
the golem.
Do you lead them back into the room that you found in Marston, or you were
yes.
just in the hallway?
I'm just like saying this sort of as I've said, like, come with me, I'll show you, and I'm just sort of describing some of these things as we walk.
I just poked an eye on the way past.
Excellent.
But yeah, Mrs. Claws will look over Rivera's shoulder and go, ugh. That's it.
So yeah, on one side of this paper is a handwritten note that I described earlier.
Yeah.
On the other side is printed text, which has the right of reclamation on it, which seems to describe a way to reverse this ritual.
Ooh.
The ritual of swapping the mummy lord's organ with an organ of a participant. It does also explain that, and this is explained elsewhere, but the recipient of this organ will either become what is referred to as a canopic golem, or a still living creature that is bound to the mummy lord, but otherwise is unaffected and unaware of their link.
Ooh.
It also says that the canopic golems are incredibly dangerous against magic users.
Uh-oh. I'm a magic user.
I think technically we're all magic users.
I am a magic user.
Can we? Have we gotten to the room yet?
Yeah, if you wish to.
I would like
you
to.
would pass one closed room on the way.
Oh,
but
what's in that?
following...
There's a big puddle. It smells bad. I think they
Oh.
used it for magic.
Have a
I'll-
quick look. I'm just gonna have a quick look.
I'll open the door too, yeah. 100%.
Dolph is lurking behind
There-
Ravira.
There is, and you can see this through the crystal door. There is this dark steam or smoke, which seems to be emitting from this fetid pool in the center. The smoke is noxious. You don't feel like you could stay in proximity of this comfortably for very long. Although you do see on the far end of the pool, there is a little cabinet, set of drawers.
Set of drawers on the
Claws is
other
gonna
side.
just look at Rivera.
I think Damien said it was for, scrying.
Oh, I can do that. I don't need this thing.
Can I
Can I do a-
Arcana? check on the pool. Oh, sorry. Do you want to do it?
I was going to say, I have a thing that's free, and it's essentially the same. Magic awareness. 60
We'll do
feet.
that.
Pulse of knowing what any spells or magic items within 60 feet.
Oh, hell
How
yeah.
many times can you do that?
I can do it 5 times.
Okay, great.
It's my charisma mode,
Awesome.
which is max.
Yeah. What's the range of it?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay.
I can
Time
hold
for
my breath
me-
and go into the room a little bit if I need to.
Yeah. Yeah, that will do it. You pick up an aura of magic from the pool, which the aura seems very wrong. And you do sense an aura of divination from the cabinet.
Ooh. Can I mage hand open the cabinet?
Yes.
Hoping
I do this with stockings all the time, and I
I don't think you're supposed to open them until you're supposed to, are you?
No, to put things in the stockings, not obviously to take them out.
Oh, okay. That sounds more you like.
Yeah.
She doesn't know if she believes you.
Yeah, so your mage hand can open the cabinet, and it finds some sticks of incense, some candles, a bowl of polished stones, and an amethyst pendant inscribed with an open eye.
I magic that back to me.
Mm-hmm. You don't get the sense that any of those things are the magic that you sensed.
Ooh.
If you would like to continue dealing with this stuff, then you can, but I will need you to make a con save from the fumes.
Okay, I'll make a con save.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, you're all good.
That's 8.
But you feel that you'll have to do this every minute you are in this room.
Yeah. So rules to he gestures for you guys to stay back as he has a flick through. Can I investigate the cabinet just to see if I can find the thing that made the hairs on the back of my neck and the rest of my body stand on end?
Yep. Roll perception.
Perception? Love it.
Mhm.
A 9.
You look through this cabinet, you don't see anything.
Can I take one of the mauls, or the maul I've got left, and just break it?
Yes, you sure can.
Amazing.
Let's.
We tried
rather than
warlock
an
problem
attack-
solving, now it's barbarian problem solving.
Yeah.
The best kind of
Make an athletics check for me.
That's something I'm a lot better at. 26.
Ooh!
Yeah.
What?
You bring this maul down
Can't
on it.
find anything. Smack. Oh!
It all just
Real?
splinters. You can see that there was a false back to the cabinet, which holds a crystal ball.
Ooh! Scoop, is that, like, does it look magic?
Yep.
Cool. I take it and leave. I grab a
then
couple of the
bat that
polished
thing
stones and then
around.
I leave.
Yeah. Make a con save for me as well on your way out.
I'm gonna bat that thing around so bad.
That'd be shit. 19.
Yeah, you're good. All good. For what this is worth, this is a crystal ball of true seeing.
Ooh!
Very nice. True sight
Okay.
and scrying casts then.
Hey,
I can scry.
Claus, did you say you can scry and stuff? Mm-hmm. He comes out with one hand behind his back, sort of, and produces
got?
from behind himself a really beautifully wrapped present.
Yeah.
It's like green. It's circular, which is difficult to do, and it's wrapped with a gold bow.
Is it another bee?
No, you expressed your disappointment last time. This is nice, I promise. Happy Christmas.
She'll take it very gingerly and unwrap it slowly, waiting for it to fucking explode or something.
And it's
Dolph
an
is
orb
so
of
good
true
at
seeing.
nice. Yeah, Dolph is very good at nice presents. But she still just doesn't trust it. She doesn't, like, she worries that one day maybe he'll figure out that she's actually that really awful cat.
If you had been in the wrong form while he was holding that.
Shit, true.
So it is a crystal ball, but it has like a jeweled holder, which looks like an eyelid. So altogether, this looks like an actual eye. It does require attunement to receive any of its benefits. But if you were attuned to it, you could cast scrying, and you have true sight within a range of 120 feet when you're casting scrying.
That's awesome.
How long will it take to? Does it take to attune?
It's an hour, isn't it?
Yeah.
An hour? Oh well, a rest.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
short
long rest,
rest.
technically.
You can attune over a short.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah. At this stage, none of you have heard it because it hovers, but the canopic golem comes around the corner, and you hear
hide the
Valen's voice saying, "You are guests in my home. Please don't destroy my property."
Oh, my apologies.
And it attacks you. Let's roll initiative.
So,
Fucking bring it.
I'm ready.
Understandable. Okay, if I roll shit here, I'm getting that. Okay, 13's not bad.
I got 13 as well.
It's a 14 total, but 13 on the dice. I'm cursed when it comes to online dice rolling generally, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
But, like, I
15.
mean, we all say that. Like, I
Oh.
feel like that's a pretty like, I mean, when I play Call of Cthulhu, I'm like, fuck, I hate games where you have to roll low. I play this game and I'm like, fuck, you have to roll
no.
high.
No. If I have to
came up with
roll
these
low,
rules?
I'll roll online dice.
Until you
Like,
play Call of
it's-
Cthulhu, trust me.
Bet.
Like, a 13 is insane for my online dice.
Gavle, what did you get?
16.
We got a 16, 15, 14, 13. That's lovely.
There you go.
Never mind, it was meant to
Short
be.
straight.
So, Dolph, you got 15?
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent.
This creature goes first.
Not surprised.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Damn, who'd have thunk it?
Understandable.
It isn't a surprise round, but it does go first.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph was kind of in the room. Yevle would have been on the far side. So let's say Claws is a cat, so doesn't seem like a big threat.
Claws is in.
Claws
full
are
I'm in
at the
human
moment.
form.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah. Dolph just gave me the gift,
Yeah.
so I'm like literally right next
true.
to Dolph.
In fact, actually, great. You just received its magical item. So,
Oopsie.
Claws, you are going to receive 2 crystal darts. It holds its hand out to you, and its fingers fly off towards you.
Don't like that.
It does a 15 hit.
I have 12 AC.
Okay.
Great.
So then the 14 will also hit you.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for the sake of brevity, I'm going to take the average damage from the monsters rather than rolling it. So both of these crystal darts hit you for 14 points of force damage
Each.
each.
Yeah.
Cool.
So 28 in total.
Ouch, and I'm gonna fuck this thing up.
Mm-hmm.
That is the golem's turn. I'm going to say it is about 25 feet away from the closest of you, which would be Ravira, I think, and 30 feet from the rest.
Too easy.
Cool.
Okay. Up next is Gavle.
Excellent. I think in that case, given that he had put them out before, you'll see him once again kind of adjust the red ribbon on one of his arms, revealing the little red strip of paper on the underside of it as he strikes one of his fists against it with a and it lights on the phosphorus paper that he has sewn into the ribbon, and then claps his hands together as he'll take a d8 damage to activate his Crimson Right for fire.
Mm-hmm.
He takes 2. And then I have a full 50 feet of movement, so we're just going to run this thing down, and he's going to use his action to swing twice. Just boom, boom.
Great. Go ahead.
So, first attack is a 23. And the second attack is a cocked nat 20, and I've never been sadder. It's actually a 19.
Oh, that's worse.
They both hit.
Cool. That's good. Well then. Oh, do you need to know split damage types between fire and slashing for this?
No, I do not.
Awesome. In that case, the first hit does 11 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the second hit does 13 damage as he just kind of, socks 2, again, sort of like jagged hands against it. The sort of frayed, splintering fingertips crashing against the crystal. But that'll be my everything, so I think I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Dolph, you're up.
Dolph
Mrs. Claws on deck.
gestures at this. No, Dolph just sees that he was like, "Hey, I was giving her a present," and takes really exception to this, and his eyes sort of narrow, and you go see through Dolph vision for a moment, and no, you know what happens. Dolph pulls out a list from nowhere, and it's labeled Naughty List, and writes Crystal Golem thing on it, casting Hex. On
Valid.
as a bonus
That is
action.
a hex.
And
Do they need to make a saving throw against Hex, or Hex just
don't
happens?
believe so.
No, hex is just an auto apply.
Yeah, great.
In fact, no, it's not going to be Hex, it's going to be Hunter's Mark. I apologize.
Same deal.
But same
Yeah.
deal. Yeah. So I use that, which I can do once. For it will do 2 damage as and when I hit the first time. Then he is going to lower his. He's actually better to just charge in and make a pair of great axe attacks. So pulling from nowhere, a great axe appears. You don't know where it came from, but this large candy cane appears in Dolph's hands, and he and Gavle just sort of. There's a goat and a reindeer just wailing on this thing. Let's find out. 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And a 25 to hit.
Yep.
Cool. These are magic damage, but slashing. So 10 from the first with the Hunter's Mark. And very bad. 10 plus... another 2 from the Hunter's Mark, so 12, so 22 all up. Magical slashing.
Nice.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Fantastic. Is that everything?
That's all me, yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Mrs. Claws, you're up.
All right, fuck this thing. She's going to reach for her great club, think better of it, kind of drop to all fours and grow in size. how many two size categories.
Ooh.
As she is going to transform, I'm a Circle of the Moon Druid. I can object into an elephant.
Great.
Fun.
If the elephant, you said I'm about 20 feet away, right?
Yep.
Cool. If the elephant moves at least 20 feet towards a creature and then hits it with a gore attack on the same turn, that target must succeed. I'm just going to run at this thing.
Now,
Hell yeah.
because we're in a narrow-ish hallway, and you have already had allies kind of run up to it, I think that you are going to struggle. I'm going to allow you to do this if you also want to cop your friends in it. But just because of the size of this elephant and the size of this hallway, I think that you will struggle to only hit it.
Okay, so I have to make a gore attack on the same turn.
What is
Yeah.
the range?
Look, you would know that before you transform. So if you want to go back on that, then that is fine.
That might be an idea. It's a lot of damage.
What is the reach on the attack?
5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, I will not do that. I will...
You don't happen to have shatter, do you?
No, but I might have something funnier.
I do, but I wanted to hit it.
Does this thing look strong? Like it's just taken some damage. Does it look like it's going to keep going and going and going?
Yes, it does.
Alright, fuck this thing. On face, blah blah blah. Fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna set most of the hallway on fire. As she looks around, realizes there's nothing else that she can do. You know that cat meme? It's that really old man, massive looking cat, and it's Twizai that set the house ablaze. Zach knows the one. I'm going to set the house ablaze. It's like our 7th level firestorm.
Okay.
I'm going to center the first, 10-foot cube on him. Like, not center, sorry, like, catch him in it, but not my friends. And then from him back along the hallway, it's a light.
Okay. I have posted in the Discord chat a piece of the map. The black big blob kind of is where you all started, and the red dot is the golem, just so that you have a clearer idea of the space.
So it would go it would just go like 100 feet back in the hallway.
Yeah.
Past
And
those curves.
does it stay there, the fire, or is it just a single instantaneous effect?
The fire damages objects in the area.
Yeah, I believe
If you
it's
choose plant life, I'm checking that. Yeah, it is instantaneous. Sorry.
my bad. So
Oh, good. Yeah, it's it does not stay, but it does set
okay.
things alight and ignite flammable objects. I will choose to have any plant life completely unaffected by it.
Okay. There is no plant life that you have seen.
Excellent. Not even any moss. So sad.
No. Does it need to make a roll to save?
Yes, a dex saving throw.
Okay, great. It saves.
Excellent. So it takes half of a d7. Oh, sorry, 7d10 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
wee big.
D10. Alright, I'm gonna roll online dice and be really pissed if they come out shit.
Like every D&D player.
That's 3 1s.
Whoa.
It takes, from 7d10, it takes 12 damage.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
That-
right.
Have you already
Half of
halved
24. Yeah, I've already halved.
that? Okay.
Oh,
Still though.
still 24
24
is pretty
From a level
rough.
7 spell.
That
Yeah.
fucking sucks. And that's my only level 7 spell too.
Yeah.
That's unlucky.
I don't know, I'm gonna say she kind of like catches like her fingers a little bit of light, and it just burns for a second. And she kind of fucks it up a little.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go and get my normal dice.
Okay, great.
Fuck that. I'll be right back.
In response to that spell, you hear Valen kind of laughing ethereally.
Yeah, that's so fair.
Yeah.
Next up is
Get a
Ravira.
flower on you. Get flowered.
I feel like this has been a misunderstanding. I don't really understand, but sorry. And if I was hoping to, my understanding is that everyone is basically in front of me now, except for Mrs. Claws.
Yeah.
Can I throw an ice knife over to try and hit him, but not because it's only 5 feet range? I figure. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
All right. So sorry. I don't think I think it's a misunderstanding, but sorry. And she's gonna throw a
What level?
level 4. 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
Gotcha.
Still explodes.
It holds up its hand, and the knife goes into the hand, and you see it passing through its body, and it holds up its other hand at Mrs. Claws, who I think you're next to. And it doesn't roll. That ice knife hits Mrs. Claws. Roll damage, please.
Full damage.
Yep.
Interesting.
So 7 piercing.
Yep.
Plus.
To Mrs. Claws, and then it explodes and hits both of you.
Damage.
What is the saving throw against the explosion?
The explosion is a dexterity saving throw, and the save is 17.
Okay.
I got a 16
Ravira
on the
and
dice,
Mrs.
and I have a
Claws.
+1.
17.
Great. And Rivera makes that save as well.
Oh,
I got 16.
No!
One short.
Ah!
So,
see if I can...
is a save for half damage or no damage, bro?
Half.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage for us. And you'll take the full, and Jess will take the half.
Okay. It's
unlucky.
fine. Okay, so I've got, it is going to be 2d6 plus 3d6, 4d6, 5d6. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Oh dear.
Oh! Where was that roll the last
oh.
time someone cast a fucking spell?
Oopsie.
So I'm taking 21 damage from my own attack.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna cop 10 or 11?
10.
And yeah, Claus is going to cop 20 total.
No.
Because the piercing.
Yeah, that was 7.
10.
Oh,
I said,
I
like
apologize.
17.
7, so 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not 20.
Ow! Don't.
So,
You're
I
still
don't know if
thinking
any of
this
you
is a
remember
disagreement, a
me.
misunderstanding?
I don't know if any of you remember me saying in the
Was it
group
a
chat,
mention?
hey, it's in your best interest to have a mixed party. This is why.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a mention earlier in her
Of
notes
magic.
about
Yeah.
them handling spellcasters kind of nastily.
Yeah. I was hoping it was like certain spells, but yeah.
Mm.
Tested! Maybe should have used a lower level to test.
Scientific.
My bad.
It's a scientific method. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. That is Ravira. Anything else?
Oh, but the fire didn't.
Well, it probably didn't need to. Didn't do a lot of damage.
Just thinking. Oh, actually, potential difference as well is it might be a saving throw versus attack thing. Because Ice Knife was an attack that you missed and Firestorm was a saving throw it had to make.
That it ought to just auto passed as well, so I don't think either one is particularly good.
I will
Alright,
say
I'll
to you
hit
for
it.
free, Zach is correct. That Yeah, there's a difference between the roll to attack and the saving throws.
There you go.
Okay, so
Super good.
back to the top of the round is the golem again. The golem is now within melee of both Dolph and Gavle. Gavle, Dolph is the one who stole the item, so Dolph is going to get both of these attacks. Yep, a
Solid.
28
That does it, yeah.
and a 27.
I'm not surprised that either of those hit.
These are two slam attacks. It has regrown its fingers that it previously shot out,
Cool.
and forms them into big maces, and just slams them both down on you. For 27 force damage each.
Nice.
Oh, 54.
So 54.
Cool.
Yikes.
I'm maybe on about half health now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cooked.
66
And it
left.
just stays there floating, with no emotion, these eyes glowing.
Ow!
Gavle, you're up.
Okay, this thing is bad news. I kind of want to save this for when we're fighting the Mummy Lord, but no, I think I will save it. We're just going to go to town. It's time for punch time. I'm just going to swing. I think Gavle, sort of, especially seeing it going for his friends, is going to get right up in its face, trying to draw its attention, and just sort of almost like boxer style as he draws in close and goes for the three kind of like just like gut shot sort of punches, sort of keeping his fists low, and I'll use my action and bonus action to attack 3 times.
I don't think I can make this, but I'm making the con saves.
Yes, great.
It is half the damage, is it not?
Yes.
I got a 16 and an 18, which means I pass.
Let's
You're
go.
What spell are you maintaining?
Hunter's Mark.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So first was a 19, second
that
was a
hits.
natural 20,
Fantastic.
and the third is a total of 18.
18 hits as well. So 3 hits.
Awesome.
What kind of damage is this?
So it's all magic slashing and fire.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So the first hit, which I believe will just roll normally, is a total of 10 damage.
Okay.
The second hit is 32 damage, which was the crit.
Nice.
Nice.
And the third hit is 15. As you see him sort of again getting close, you see him sort of one quick one there, I think catches, tries to catch the thing off guard as sort of inanimate as it appears to be. He's still moving as if he expects it to attack, as he'll sort of one into its stomach, one sort of wild, wide haymaker into its side, and then another straight jab into its chest, just trying to pull its attention away from his teammates.
Is it possible to sort of circle around it in this corridor?
Yeah, I would say so.
Because Dolph would say, "Let's make room for the ladies, Gavle."
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that in that case he'll 1, 2, and in that case I'll change it to be the third as he kind of steps underneath one of its arms, kind of trying to get through its guard, clocking it in the side on the way past, but sort of positioning himself behind it.
Yeah, great.
And I think we'll just sort of let out a... Again, he's not actually a lycanthrope, he doesn't growl, but he kind of lets out that sort of... like angry moose sort of snort almost.
Yeah.
That huff. And tries to pull its attention. I'll pass the turn.
Great. Something I'll give you as well, because you rolled the crit, is it occurs to you that your slashing attacks weren't ineffective, but you feel like as a being made of crystal, that bludgeoning attacks would be more effective.
Yeah. I think I can swap between the damage types at will, so I'll just use bludgeoning next time.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's why I asked you what damage types you were using.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. I
Dolph.
should have thought of that.
That's okay.
Dolph only has slashing, unless he uses that maul he just got, which I suppose he could, but I don't know if it's magic. Dolph is going to experimentally, get the maul out. He was like, it's a present, but, needs must as the Krampus drives. So he circles around behind as well, and he's going to make an attack with the maul.
Great. I don't have the maul stats on me, but just use your existing damage dice and just swap the type.
Sick.
That is a crit fail on the attack, though, so probably not.
Unlucky.
That's unlucky.
But I will roll again because I can. 17.
17 equals beats.
Hey.
Let's go.
And for 8, I'm rolling very bad on the damage though. With a further 3, 9, 11 bludgeoning.
Okay. That is doubled to 22.
There you go. Same damage as last time, but
I should have been bludgeoned.
yeah, there you go. And
You see, as you hit with the maul, a crack starts to form.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I aim at the leg as I swing around, and I say, "Ladies first." Well, second.
Well,
It
now
is almost sub 100 hit points.
it's
Mrs.
about to be
Claws.
sub so many more hit points. As now I am going to transform into an elephant, and they've moved so that I'll miss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on
Yes.
the back side of it.
Excellent. Yeah, both feet down on the ground. Well, both hands down on the ground, transform into feet, and I'm gonna fucking charge.
Charge.
Make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Against
no, I
what?
need to hit it first. I need to hit it with my
Okay.
gore attack first.
Please
14 plus 8, please. 22.
Yes, that hits.
Very cool. So I do 3d8 plus 6 piercing damage. So that is 2,
Okay.
3,
Oh my god.
5,
So
8. So 11 total. 11
okay.
piercing damage.
Yep.
Make the strength saving throw.
it fails.
Nice.
Excellent. So it is knocked prone.
Okay.
And I can make a stomp attack as a bonus action.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead.
It's prone, so I get to attack again.
With advantage.
That's a dirty 20. Oh, with advantage. It's a still a dirty 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a
And-
12 and an 8 on the dice.
Add it more,
And what's the
please.
damage?
It's going to do 3d10 plus 6 bludgeoning.
Yay.
Wow.
So
Nice.
6 plus 3 is 9, plus 8 is 17. 23 bludgeoning damage, so 46.
46.
Woo,
Huge.
that's better.
Jeez.
Big.
I'm gonna stomp the fuck out of this thing. Keep it prone, gang. I can only do it when it's prone.
Yeah.
Alright, that's my turn,
Okay.
as I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a full elephant trumpet over this thing's gin-covered almost corpse. Crystallized
Excellent.
almost corpse.
Excellent turn. Ravira, you're up.
So that I want to do something that takes saving throws, right? Rather than attack rolls. Is that what we worked out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems
Okay.
like attack rolls it can kind of just send away, but
Okay,
saves.
cool. I thought so,
just-
but I thought I'd just check before I
Yeah.
put
I
more
think it
damage on
auto
myself.
16. But
Okay.
if you have something that does half on a success, it'll still hurt it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do Ravira is gonna be like she's like full sulking. She like didn't like the thing turning back on her.
She's so
gonna be like,
right for that.
and I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Mhm.
Repeatable.
4, please.
What level?
4th level, I just said. So,
Sorry, didn't hear you.
yeah. So it's on where he is.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Is that all that you do this turn?
Action.
Yeah. Okay, great. It is the canopic being's turn. It rolls to save against Moonbeam. It saves.
So it takes half.
You say
Yep.
it rolls. I don't believe you.
Yeah, roll the damage.
So not the best roll. 16.
This would be going a lot better. If the damage
okay.
rolls could be good.
So it
I just
takes
rolled like
8.
2 2s on dice.
Ugh.
This is fine.
Then it's just like horizontally T-posing. It just returns back to vertical.
Fuck.
And is going to attempt to slam Dolph twice again.
Oh,
Jeez.
26.
So after that first one, I have sent.
yeah, that's why it's not
Okay.
attacking you.
Does that stop it from standing up?
No.
No, Sentinel just means
Where?
if he hits one of our people, she can use her reaction to smack him as a punishment.
Okay. It hits Dolph twice.
Oh. For another.
Oh, is that the same attack? Is it? Twice in one attack.
No, it's a multi-attack. So it hits Dolph once with one slam, which is 27 force damage.
Ugh.
And then you can use your reaction if you want at this point.
Yes. All right. I melee weapon attack, so I can use my gore. That is fine by me. Plus 8 to hit. 18 on the dice for a 26.
Yep, that hits.
3d8 plus 6. It's gonna do 5, 8 for 13, and 7. Holy shit! Dirty 20 plus, not dirty 20. It's a d8. 20 total plus 6 is 26 piercing.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
That was a better roll. It was a 5 and 8 and a 7.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
Thank you.
1 second, actually.
It ignores that attack as it slams down on Dolph again for another 27 force damage.
Yep. Dolph is on 12.
Okay.
Yeah. I am on
That's
1/10.
not very many.
It's not a lot. But it is kind of the point of him, so don't stress it.
True.
At this point, you hear Valen's laughter, ethereal laughter again, as that golem. Let me check that it. Yeah, no, can't fly, so that's fine. Another golem comes from around the corner.
Oh, cool.
And
Which?
shoots some fingers. The south corner. The south corridor. And it shoots some fingies at Dolph.
You're right.
It does this twice. 26. In fact, and the other was a 16, but I don't think it's going to do that second attack against you.
Probably not, because the first one will knock me out.
14 force damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. Does 16 hit Gavle?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I don't think any of us have a very high AC.
No.
So 14 force damage to Gavle as well.
Alright, cool. I've still got
What I will say is the first golem looks it has cracks all over it. It looks like it is close to shattering.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right.
Interesting.
Gavle, you're up.
All right.
Dolph is down.
I unfortunately can't heal or do anything in that realm, so I'm not going to be able to help with that. I will, however, I think, look towards the elephant that this time I watched Mrs. Claws turn into, so I know it's her. And will just this one's yours, as he's going to just turn, provoking an attack of opportunity and book it down the hallway towards the other one. I do have 50 feet of speed, so I should be able to make it to it.
Okay. Yeah, it is going to take an opportunity attack here.
Go for it.
Unfortunate, yeah, that's a 26.
Yeah, definitely hits.
Yeah. So it does 27 points of force damage to you.
It is unfortunate, but I'm still in the triple digits. We're good.
Right.
And Gavle has a hit point total of 160. He's a tanky boy.
Yeah, amazing. As you run towards the second golem, you notice that it doesn't have glowing eyes, but it has like hundreds of thousands of tiny little points of light all over its body. With a central part glowing at the top of its neck.
I was going to say, if Gavle was more anatomically inclined, he might assume that it's like a nervous system or something similar. But he's not, and he just goes, that's a different glow. And is going to proceed to solve the problem by punching its lights out, like he was going to do anyway. And he's just, so he'll run in, and we're just going to go for 3 attacks again. But this time, I think, especially after last time, he tried for the jagged approach. But I think shattering a bunch of the sort of more jagged twigs away from the ends of his hands anyway reveals that he's made one major improvement since last year, which is that there is a long, sort of thicker branch actually at the core of each bundle that makes up his limbs. And he's going to sort of just intentionally brush some more bits away to expose it and start thunking this thing.
Excellent.
So,
by the way, I have posted a picture of the canopic golem in our group chat.
Yes.
Josh,
that's not what I thought it was. I hate that.
I don't know if you are able to share that with chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool as hell. Terrifying, but cool as hell. That is a dirty 20 and 2 19s.
Yeah, those all hit.
Awesome. And given they appear to be vulnerable to bludgeoning, I assume you will need a damage split for this.
Yes.
Cool. Alright, first hit does a total of... It's 10 bludgeoning and 1 fire.
Okay, 21.
The next one does 14 bludgeoning for 28 and 6 fire for 34 total.
Okay, thank you.
Which was a maximum roll on the bludgeoning dice and a high roll on the fire. And then similar again, actually, as this one is taking into account vulnerability 31, because it's another 8 on the bludgeoning dice, and then I rolled 3 on the fire.
Amazing.
Big hits.
Yeah. You, your fists leave impact craters where they hit.
Yep. And I think with the third one, as much as he'd kind of been just trying to draw the other one's attention and going for its center mass, as he engages this other one fully, will just sort of almost rising, one into its side, one into its chest, and then crack one across the jaw for the last hit, as he just goes for a big sort of haymaker. And I'll pass my turn there.
Nice. Dolph, make a saving throw for us, please.
Death save.
Oh yeah. Good luck.
Okay, rolling. There's a 9 on the dice.
Okay, that's one failure.
Shit.
Mrs. Claws, you're up. Mrs. Tusks.
I'll gore this thing and hope.
Mm-hmm.
I will prove. If you want proof of rolls, that's a 19 on the dice, but I'm happy to. Okay, cool.
No.
19 on the dice. So what a.
If you or anyone else cheats, then you don't have a life. So
Real.
Who's the real loser?
It
Valid.
makes D&D less fun.
Yeah.
Just saying. 3d8 plus 6. 7, 2, 2. 11, 17 piercing damage.
Okay.
Bad. Are you also able to stomp, or?
No, he's not
Only if it's
prone.
prone.
Good to know.
For what it's worth, you could, I don't know how much movement you have as an elephant, but you could back up and then charge again.
Yeah, actually, that's funny. I ignore that attack. I'm going to do that.
Well,
Actually, no, I need to make that attack with it, yeah.
It already
So-
also took an opportunity attack on me, so it doesn't
Yeah.
have its reaction to
Oh,
switch.
sweet.
so-
Yeah, no, I back up and do that. But
And
I have
she's
to
got
make
a
that
butt
gore
ton
attack
of-
with it.
She's got a butt ton of temps for, well, elephant
True.
hit
They're
points.
temps. They're temps.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I put them. Strength save?
So, yeah, same.
Because I do that damage,
Yeah.
the 6, 15.
So you charge, you do that attack, and then it has to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
It fails, so he's
For
not
real?
prone again.
Woohoo.
Nice.
And so I get to make a good old stomp if I hit.
Hmm. With advantage, because it's prone.
Thank God, because that was a 5. That's a 6 on the dice for a 14 to hit.
No.
14 does not hit. You get a
Unlucky.
bit too excited and kind of start to lose your balance as you rear up, and are luckily able to balance yourself, but you do not hit with the stomp.
Yeah, it was a 5 and a 6 with advantage. How good.
That's unlucky.
I passed my turn.
Okay,
I huff at this
Ravira.
thing.
Somebody
You
could
elephant
res
sort
me,
of
that'd
way.
be great.
I'm gonna.
an elephant.
Dolph! And I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 3rd level on Dolph.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, bring it, boy.
The golem catches it, and no.
Fuck you!
I would be so sad. 12.
Thank you. That'll do.
And then, so technically, I believe that's a bonus action.
It is.
To
Yep.
cast
Yep.
that. So I'm gonna. It's an action to move Moonbeam.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm also gonna move the Moonbeam to catch the new golem.
If I would only say that the current golem is looking pretty ropey.
Has everyone
at this
else-
point?
Has everyone else run to get the
So-
new one?
I don't think
I've
so.
run up to fight the new one. I think everyone else is still clustered around the old one, which is
Yeah,
barely
so I'm
hanging
gonna
on.
move my Moonbeam to the
prone.
new one. That's what I
Okay.
thought. It's yeah.
All right.
Yep. Cool. Great. You do that.
Excellent.
That's
Uh,
yeah.
you would be the first to notice this, Gavle, a third golem
Oh, for fuck's
comes
sake!
down the hallway, with 2 slightly oval-shaped lights at the base of its abdomen.
Lungs observes the me that is
Ah!
indicating Yevla's experience rather than Yevla.
It is going to throw darts at you, Gavle.
Yep. That is fair. It is
A
entitled to do so.
a 12, I don't think hits.
12 does not, you're right.
Does 13.
13 does not hit.
Hey.
Excellent.
Somehow 2 attacks miss me. Let's go.
Fantastic. Back at the top of the round, we have the prone golem, which is going to revert itself and decide that it really doesn't like this elephant and is
Valid.
going to attack the elephant twice.
Damn.
Get me
Does
with your
16
best
hit?
car. It's above a 12.
Okay.
Sure does.
2 16s.
They both hit. The second one doesn't hit because I don't want it to.
Yeah, that's fair. I will pay that. Take a
Wait,
million
hang on.
force damage.
That's so valid. I understand. No.
2 hits of 27 force damage.
Ouch! Still an elephant, baby.
Excellent. Great.
Just.
That is that one's turn. Now is the one that Gavle went to punch. It really didn't like that, so it is going to punch Gavle back.
Yep, makes
Or
sense.
attempt to. Yep, a 19 will hit you, and so will an 18.
Yep, on both counts, correct.
Yep, okay. That is 2 counts of 27 force damage.
Yep, for 54 total. Yeah.
Yes.
It also
We are.
moved in the moonbeam, so
Yes. It rolls, it saves. Make roll damage, please.
Brendan, at least pretend.
You're lying.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot funnier when you don't pretend.
31 though.
31's
31's pretty fucking good. That's 2 10s.
I got 2 10s in that roll,
Yeah.
and like 2. I think I got
No,
a
it's 3
1
10s
as
and a
well.
1.
3 10s and a 1. Fuck.
Okay.
So 31.
So
So 15.
31,
15.
15.
And that was to the one that was that
That's
I'm now
Headless one.
fighting, the new
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
Cool. Lee.
Great. No, I'm not pretending because I'm not interested in a gotcha of like
Yeah.
trying to bait out more
Yeah, that's fair.
spells and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that. Yeah,
But also it's a very good bit.
that is true.
Great. So yes, that big golem slams Gavle twice. It is now Yevle's turn.
Awesome. Okay, at the beginning of his turn, advanced transfer. Well, 2 things are going to happen. First thing, advanced transformation kicks in because I'm starting my turn at under half HP. I get 5 health back, which is
Yep.
lovely. As you see sort of a bunch of the frayed and snapped sort of wicker and twigs begin to sort of like almost like peel themselves back together slowly. However, also, I need to make a wisdom saving throw against bloodlust because I am starting my turn under half HP. I succeed, thankfully. It would have just made me attack the nearest thing, which is what I was going to do anyway, so it's fine. We're going to just swing 3 more big hits into this thing. I'm not happy.
Fair.
One could say. Alright, so... The 3 rolls are a 19, a 22, and a 25, which I believe will all hit.
They all hit.
Okay, so damage split again. So that's 10 bludgeoning, which will become 20, and then 6 fire for 26 total. Then 11 bludgeoning, which will become 22 plus 5 for 27 total. And then third, 7 bludgeoning, which will become 14, and then 5 fire for 19 total.
Okay.
As he just thunks 3 fists into it. Not a whole lot of extra special tricks to use right now, as he just continues to go to town on this thing and try to take it out as quickly as he possibly can.
It
not looking
continues to crack and splinter. It is now sub 100 hit points.
Sick. Yeah, but this still isn't looking great for me. I'm gonna then pass the turn.
Okay.
So I'm suffering.
Dolph, you are up again.
Oh, you say there's a third. How close to the second is it?
Sorry?
How close to the second is the third?
Oh,
one that just came- the
about
range.
10 feet away.
Oh, interesting.
Uh-oh.
That's cool. Dolph, sort of
You
staggers.
are still adjacent to the first that
Yep,
knocked you down.
staggers to his feet, and casts Shatter at 4th level
Okay. Yep.
on them.
To
They have
hit the
disadvantage on
group
the
of 2?
save. Yes. If that matters, I doubt it does, because I feel like they just automatically pass saves, but I don't know
You
if
know
disadvantage
what, Josh?
does in fact matter. Yeah?
Despite the odds, despite them both having disadvantage, they both succeed with natural 20.
There you go. Lucky bastards. Beating an 18 as well, that's impressive. Okay, yeah. They take 5d8 thunder damage each. Big money. 26. It's not too bad. I'll take 26. I don't know if thunder damage is
down
doubled.
to 13.
Ah, there you go.
It is
No,
not.
then. They are crystalline. Yeah, whatever. Cool.
Because this is magic, you see like ripples of sound waves ripple through them.
Yeah. It was worth a try.
Yeah.
I was like, will this, won't this? Because, you know, they're constructs, and that's kind of what Shadow's for. Also, Dolph doesn't
Shut
really
for
want to
sure.
get in contact with them again.
That's very
Look,
valid.
13 damage on 2 different enemies. That's 26. Still
That's more than he's
is
managed in any
effectively
other
resisting it. Yeah, it's not nothing.
Yeah, not
um,
inconsiderable.
Yeah, that's all I've
Okay.
got. I don't think I can. Ooh, actually, you know what? I'm going to enter my rage as a bonus action.
Smart.
Okay. Yeah, that's smart.
I don't necessarily know that it is, because it doesn't make me resistant to force damage, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it does give me resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, and I can't cast or concentrate on spells, and it doesn't really look like that matters. However,
Oh yeah, your
I am a
concentration
wild
would have
magic.
broken. Yeah. Okay.
Barbarian. So if I just crack open, I will pass my turn, because I doubt anything meaningful will happen. Well, do you mind if I just quickly look that up? That actually, because it might be
You look
something
that up.
interesting I can do.
I'll keep moving, but you let me know if it's something that might be relevant.
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus, you're
How's
up.
this one beside me looking? Still quite
Pretty fucked up.
excellent. I'm gonna make it completely fucked up right now.
Yep.
I can't do math 17.
17 hits. That is the AC.
Gosh.
Nice.
I'm not even gonna bother. Yeah, drawing back. I'm just gonna 8, 3, 4, 7, and 8 is 15, 21. Yes.
Yeah, great. It fissures crack all along its body. It is hanging on by just a thread.
So if I did back up and do the,
Yeah,
it would get
but
an attack
probably too late now.
opportunity. Yeah, no, I wouldn't, because it would get that opportunity. So yeah, no, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm not risking
fair enough.
that. I'm not risking getting fucked up. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not gonna bother.
Brendan, what is fun is that when Dolph does stand up, he just snorts, and he sort of blurs, and now there's two of him
Great. That's actually
standing
probably
side by side.
one of the best things that you could have asked
It's a
for.
great thing. I was like, I'm happy with that. I'll take that one.
The reason
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus didn't do the extra part of the attack was because she was so fucking miffed that she doesn't mind if it hits Dolph one more time now that there's two of him.
Great.
Surely that's it.
Great, thanks.
Ravira, you're up.
She doesn't know how to feel about Dolph.
How close is everyone to me right now? Like our allies.
I'm about 20 feet, as is
I
Mrs.
think
Claus.
you're probably standing by yourself.
Yeah.
But like within 30 feet of everyone?
Within 30 feet of the other two, I think I'm like 60 feet, I think, because I think I'm another 30 feet down the corridor fighting the
The other ones.
ones that
Yeah.
are arriving.
That sounds right to me.
So if I...
So
sorry.
Dolph and Mrs. Claus are within 30 feet of you.
Yeah. And then
And could I move to
Gavle's
somewhere
30
where
feet.
it all...
You'd have
could
to
I
be
move
right
to-
next to an enemy.
But
Yes,
could.
you can stand right next to the closest golem to have Gavle within range as well.
Is Gavle not on the
No.
other side of the?
I'm further down the corridor. Yeah. So you'd have to be standing right next to the golem that's nearly dead to be able to reach me.
Oh, I thought you were the other way.
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
So
no,
you're
I'm
further
further
down
along.
past the column.
So you're at the
Okay.
northernmost end, and then everyone else is further down south.
Right. Okay. I understand. So can I? Yeah. So I'm gonna move closer.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cast, mass cure wounds.
Love it.
Bless. Huge.
Excellent.
Because everyone is
Thank you.
looking a little bit not so good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Go ahead and roll for healing.
Nice.
15 to
Awesome.
all of the allies,
Thank you.
including myself. I think actually because I've
Yeah.
got 6
Yeah.
creatures.
15 seems low. Doesn't add anything else.
It is +4.
3d8.
Yeah, she just
plus
rolled a bit
4.
shit. 2, 5, 4.
Yeah, I rolled shit.
That's unlucky.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's going around today.
And then so that is an action. This
You could cast Shillelagh.
and my spirit totem.
Okay.
I don't actually have that anymore. And I am going to take the sorry. If you cast
Is it likely to have an impact this turn, Rowe?
no,
Okay.
it's just temporary hit points and stuff. So give me a second
Yeah,
to move
you
on.
read
That's
up on
fine.
that and we'll move on. To the third golem. Who knows that Dolph has been quite low, so is going to target Dolph again with 2 dart attacks.
So, are you targeting me or my copy?
What a great point. How does it work?
On your turn, yeah, it is a copy of your space you can see that appears in a space you can see within 15 feet. I'm going to say it's right next to me. It has 1 hit point immunity to all conditions and uses my AC and stats for the purposes of saves. On your turn, you're mentally commanded to move up to 30 feet as a free action. If your copy is ever more than 30 feet from you, it fades. As a bonus action, take the attack action. I can do it from where where my guy is. When the creature you can see within 5 feet of your copy moves at least 5 feet from it, you can make an opportunity to attack with it. Other than that, it is just a different version of me. It's identical to
Okay,
me in
so
every way, and there is no way for it to tell the difference, I think.
Well, from what you have read out of the mechanics of it, it doesn't seem... It seems like it's less of a decoy, and it is more of a other position for you to attack and cast spells from.
Sure.
But let's do one of each.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Josh
yes.
has 5 extra. Everyone has 5 extra temp hit points at the moment.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Great.
And advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Amazing.
Great. So, with a 26 and a 25, they are both going to hit.
Yep.
So, the golem isn't sure which one is really you and shoots its fingers out at your copy, which,
Destroys it.
what does it look like when it disappears?
I think it's just a pop, like a bubble is being burst. Like a soap bubble, just...
Yep. And then it readjusts its aim slightly and shoots its dart at you.
And I go,
which
both!
hits,
No!
and does 14 points of force damage.
Thank you. No, it doesn't. It does 9. And my temps disappear.
Okay.
True.
All right.
Thank you.
We have 2 more golems. The first golem is going to take half moonbeam damage, please.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That is going to be. Oh, that was an alright roll.
Hey.
That's pretty good. So 14.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Nice.
29 half to 14. Is this one still clinging on?
No, this is the other ones.
This is the
Oh,
one.
yeah,
this
no,
is
sorry,
the
that's
one
the one
that
that
you were
I'm. That's the one that I'm
closest to.
fighting. That's right.
Yeah. It is looking rough, but it has more health than the very first one.
Yep.
So it is going to do 2 slam attacks against you again with a 22
Of course.
and a natural fuck. So
Hey.
it hits you with one of these slams.
All right. Yep. I'll
Doing
take
27 more points of force damage.
Cool.
it. It hurts, but I can sustain it
Okay.
for now.
Then the last one that is... It's like shedding glass, essentially, is going to try a last-ditch attack against this elephant.
That's not gonna feel good for the elephant. I don't think.
A 17 and an
Whoever that
18,
is.
which I think are both hits.
Yeah.
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 So 2 points, 2 instances of 27 force damage.
Oh.
54 in total.
Question. When it ends wild shape, does the damage
yeah.
carry over?
Yes.
Yes.
Thought so. How many? 27?
Yeah. So
27
27 on the
And
first.
27 on the second.
How many?
I don't feel very well.
Are you back to being an orc?
I'm so orc right now. Got
Turns into
no
a cat.
idea.
How much
Orc pills.
overflow damage did Claws take?
1 second, let me do some
worry about
maths. 32.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, never mind. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I did
Okay.
32 overflow.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I just won't care if you're almost dead.
I am.
Okay. Gavle, you are up.
Alrighty. I need to make another wisdom saving throw against bloodlust, which I fail. So I'm just
well.
going to move up to and hit the nearest creature, irrespective of alliance. I'm glad I ran away from everyone first.
I love this.
Yes.
Which
You
was
were already adjacent to one of these golems,
which
so you're all
was the
good.
reason I ran away from everyone.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and just swing. So, first roll's a 25, second roll's a 24, and then bonus action is a 28.
Yeah, all hit.
All hit. Okay. I'll give you the damage split again. Yellow dice is bludgeoning. So that is. Do you want me to just do the doubling and just tell you the total?
Yeah, thank you.
21 total from the first hit. Then 31 total from the second hit.
How do you want to do this?
Whoa!
I fully think, because this one was the one where, what is it? I could see like glowing stuff everywhere, but it seemed to coalesce like up near the base of the neck. Kind
Yes.
of.
The top one.
I think in that case, Gavle. There's a lot of implications about what these things might be, but right now he's bloodlusting and isn't thinking about the moral side of things, unfortunately, and just sees glowing weak point. So he, I think, thunks a wooden fist, like his left wooden fist, in towards like the front of the sternum, and then with the second hit, I think punches through to sort of try to grab at whatever this glowing thing is. And kind of either pull it out or rip it apart.
Yeah, you punch through this crystal which shatters like glass around you, and you pull out a stone, almost gem-like, brain stem.
Yeah. All right.
And you still have one more attack, and you do have movement.
Yeah, exactly. So I think to that end, given I have rolled for it and I knew that it was going to be a hit, just for flavour, I'm going to say that, again, still gripped by the bloodlust, which for him, I suppose, is more so just being terrified of losing his friends, of dying himself, and is just going full fight or flight instinct mode, and he hasn't figured flight out yet, is going to just turn, takes one massive step towards this thing, and leaps the full distance to it, effectively doing the, like, leaping sort of fist, boom, cracks as he lands.
Yep, the superhero landing. Yep.
Full superhero landing on this thing's chest. And hits 4.
Tell you what, roll again. Just because I'm giving you advantage.
Oh, sure. It's worse.
Okay.
I hate to point this out, but I think you just went into my moonbeam.
No. Well,
It was on the other one, but he could have dodged it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm being kind about it.
But that's very
Okay,
nice.
cool.
Okay, no.
I don't think you should dodge it. I think it'd be funny.
Yeah, yeah, well, I rolled again. I rolled worse, so first one will stand. And it was a total of, hang on, redoing my maths. It's 32 total. Big roll as he just sails through the air and crunches fist first into this thing, dropping to the ground in front of it and huffing out smoke.
Excellent.
I'll pass the turn.
Great. Dolph, you are up.
Dolph is up, he's standing next to a guy, and somebody just burst his friend. Dolph picks them all back up, because he kind of dropped it while he was unconscious briefly. He is raging, so he is now going to just bring the hammer down. On this one that's he's still standing next to, and he was just like, that wasn't very nice. And just hits it as hard as he can, hopefully. Let's find out. Don't fuck it up. 19 on the dice? Oh, no,
Yes.
19 total. Yeah.
That hits.
Or don't be shit. 12. Bludgeoning.
Okay. You do 11 more points of bludgeoning damage than was needed.
Oh, bullshit.
Let's go.
Fuck this guy in particular energy.
Oh, well, no, because it doubled. Okay.
No.
It was on one hit point. Fuck.
How do you want to do this? This has the glowing eyes.
Yeah, Dolph just... That wasn't very nice! And just jumps in the air and just brings the hammer down.
Nice.
Thor style. If we're going with Avengers, let's stick with theme.
Yeah.
And
it shatters.
yeah. Look, I've got buddies. They can keep me alive. Dolph is... yeah. Dolph is going to charge down the corridor and Misty Step with his bonus action. Because he has Fey Touched, being now on the far side of the one that Yevla is fighting.
Fuck yeah.
He charges and he casts Misty Step and it fails, just letting out a bit of a fart.
Woo!
Your usage or your spell slot to use Misty Step is consumed, and it does not work.
Oh, you said this
Interesting.
one was... Did you say this one was different, or that he was holding something?
No.
Okay.
It's not a spell slot. It's just a thing. It's a class feature effectively. But yes, cool. I don't do that. In which
Curious.
case, I probably don't get there. I only have 40 feet of move.
I would say you are within 40 feet. of it.
Okay.
But you would be adjacent to Gavle, who you can probably see is looking pretty feral.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Not even worried about
I think because Dolph's intention was to teleport behind it, so he would have gotten to 30 feet so that the jump would get him to behind it. So when that fails, he stops.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Looks around.
You're like, that normally works.
Also, I have regained my senses for now.
Oh, okay.
Great.
I have to redo it every turn, and it's only a DC 8, so it's not hard. But
Right.
I need
Famous
to.
last words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I managed to fail it last turn, so.
Dolph passes his turn.
Yeah. Dolph, quickly make an insight check for me, please.
Okay.
Or Arcana.
I like insight. 9. Maybe not.
Yeah, great. What the fuck? Why didn't that Misty step work? Mrs. Claws, you're up.
He assumes wibbly wobbly timey wimey magical bullshit.
If I was to charge down this hallway once again, would I hit Heather?
Yeah.
Yes, and Dolph.
And me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you see something go off.
Yeah. Hey, Tony.
Oh wait.
Oh, but you're not an elephant anyway.
Yeah, fuck.
Unless you
Yeah.
turn back into it.
Oh, brain. My brain's working, I promise.
You're a crook.
Who's feeling unwell? First.
Yo! Yevla and
All
Dolph are
right.
both really
Both of the
quite banged up.
frontliners. Yeah.
Dolph has 18.
Yeah, he's doing worse than I am,
Okay, 1 minute.
for
Let
sure.
me see if I have anything then. I can only do it once. 6th level spell time, because it doesn't seem to be didn't do anything about the cure wounds, did it?
No.
I want to, let's just hope and pray that this 70 hit point heal that I'm now about to drop on Dolph doesn't go badly. I'll cast it.
What level spell is it?
Level
6.
6.
Okay. Great. Let me roll.
Oh.
Nothing happens.
You dickhead.
So mean.
Incredible.
No, I will tell you for free, it is only offensive spells.
Thought so.
Right.
Yeah.
Very
But
unsporting.
it would have been
otherwise.
very funny if you were like,
Yeah.
let me roll, so he heals for 140. Dolph
So
gets the
it
healing,
turns
but
your
I
heal
double it.
into a harm.
Ow!
Hey, I've got a new idea. I cast harm.
No. No.
On both.
So 60
Alright.
points?
70.
70 points. Thank you.
70
Wow.
hit
Amazing.
points. Unfortunately, it's only a single target. That
Oh,
is
no.
my action. I don't think I have a bonus action.
I love that for me. Thank you.
Not be chilling. Oh,
Yeah, that's
good.
amazing.
Past my turn.
Great. Ravira, you are up.
Sorry, I'm still struggling a bit with the map. Can I move my moonbeam onto the new
Yes, you can.
guy without?
But how... Yeah, yes, you can.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that.
But that would be your action.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
That's fine.
fantastic.
Bonus action?
Well, I'm still. How far away am I from the golem?
Probably 40 feet.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move a little bit closer, but only
Okay.
like 20.
Yeah,
Cool.
easy. Okay.
May I request a healing word, a low-level one, just to perk somebody up a little bit, maybe? Not necessarily me.
I have 30 hit points.
Or Mrs. Claus. You know, there's that.
That Heather's close, so you should go for Heather.
Not right now.
You-
Okay.
Understandable.
Yeah,
I'm
great.
yeah, no, I'm ready for that.
That's fair.
Valid.
Okay. That's Rivera's turn. The golem, the last remaining golem,
Fuck that guy.
is up.
Muted.
It is going to It's going to do... No, yeah, it is going to push Gavle to the side.
Ooh.
And float past it, past Gavle, so you can do an opportunity attack if you want.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I've rolled for my moonbeam as well.
It takes 10 radiant damage unless it somehow fails the save.
No, it does not.
One shy of a crit, but it will hit.
Okay, roll damage.
Damage will be... Doing the math first... 27 total.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, the whole doubling bludgeoning works pretty well.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
The bludgeoning damage vulnerability is something that I added in because otherwise I thought that these things were really fucked.
Fair.
I mean, they're fairly fucked
They
anyway.
are fairly
so...
heavy duty.
I was going to say, you
Appreciate
fucking
it.
nerfed these?
Yes, I did.
I dig it.
That was the only change I did, but it felt like, oh look, these are gonna still be hard, just like slightly easier. So it doesn't react to the hit from Gavle and floats past Ravira to the other side of her.
Past Ravira.
Yep.
So past Dolph?
I imagined you kind of adjacent to each other. Do you think that's fair? Because you were...
Dolph would
Where
have
were you
gotten
last?
within 30 feet of behind it, so 20 feet. I think I'm about halfway between Ravira and...
Ravira is 20 feet away from it. She specifically said
in
that.
which case I'm next to her. Yeah.
Yeah. So it will float behind the two of you,
Cool.
and specifically more than 20 feet away from Moonbeam. And then Valen's voice is going to say, "You poor little pet, you haven't received anything yet." And slam down on Ravira twice.
Oh, jeez.
Can I do an opportunity attack for when he went past me?
No, because
he
it
never left.
stayed within...
Oh, he's getting close to you.
Okay, yeah, cool. No worries. Oh, he stayed right. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
16? Does 16 hit?
No.
Okay, but a 21 I imagine will.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Best AC in the party.
Really? I love that.
So is this counted as a missile?
No.
No, because it is punching you.
Oh, it's punching me. It's not doing the finger thing.
No, it's
No,
in
No,
melee
it
now.
actually fully moved
Yeah,
up to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
it has
sorry, I
come
must
all the
have-
way up to you.
I just blanked out for a second there. Don't mind me.
That's
No,
fine.
you're all
I
good.
feel that's so hard.
Yeah. You take 27 points of force damage as it slams down on you.
May I cast 27? Spiny shield?
Shield?
Yes. Yep, you can.
Great.
What level?
Third, please.
Oh, actually, check the spell because I think it specifies it has to be bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage.
That's
When
not
you are
this
hit by a
spell.
melee attack.
Okay,
I don't
great. This is a melee
Sorry, it
attack.
reduces the damage you were dealt by. Oh, okay, so that's where you're asking me to read 2d4 and deals the same amount of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shield is ineffective against ranged.
Yeah.
But yeah, it works on any
Yeah.
melee, I think.
Cool.
Great. So, what level are you casting this at?
Third.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and roll the
4d4s.
dice.
For chat, this is a Humblewood spell.
Yeah.
And it's a bit broken at low levels.
Alright, so where are you at with those
10.
dice?
I got 10.
10 in total? Okay.
Yeah.
So you take 17 force damage instead of 27,
Thank you.
and it takes 10 piercing damage.
Nice.
Nice. And what does this look like when you cast this spell?
Yeah. So like Ravira is like shocked. Did he punch me in the face?
It would have been an over-the-top slam into the top of your head.
Okay. So like as it's coming down, Ravira's like, and like it's like watching a hedgehog curl into like a little like that cute little face that just suddenly like with like shoop. And there's all these spines that appear as it comes down.
Yes,
Nice.
great. Okay, excellent. Fantastic. That is the golem's turn. The other two golems are dead. Gavle, back to you.
Alright. I heal for 5. I roll to see if I give in to the bloodlust. I don't.
Yay.
Hooray.
Great.
What?
I think Yevle is then going to turn, and I think this thing moved a good distance, but it's still within 50 feet of me, right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent. He's going to once again, I think, turn, getting a bit of a running start. I think just taking a few big lumbering steps before he launches himself through the air again, going for an enormous long jump. But this time is going to, I think, aiming slightly to the right as he just hangs one arm out and attempts to lariat this thing. I want to try to make a shove check to push this thing prone with the first attack out of my action.
Okay.
And that is a 21. No, sorry, that's not high enough. That's a 25 on the athletics check to knock it prone.
Okay. It rolled a natural fuck.
Awesome. It gets pushed to the ground as what is it? So it is now prone, and as much as I could do further things to try to impair it, we have advantage. I think it's time to go ham.
That'll do.
He's gonna just, I think, like after Lariat, I think turns and is just kneeling over the top of it, going to just rain punches down on it. First one's a 19. Second one's a 28.
Yeah. And those are both with advantage.
They were, yes.
Yeah, fantastic.
So the damage will be 22 total on the first. That's better. And then 33 total on the second.
So 55 total.
55 total as he just gets on top of this thing now that it's on the ground and just like both just punching down, trying to remove the threat as fast as physically possible.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it is almost below 100 hit points.
Let's go.
I love
Dolph.
that. Dolph is gonna take a cue out of Yevla's book and hit it.
You could
with
move
his
your
maul.
hunter's mark too, right?
I can't. I fell. I unconscious. I'm not concentrating on it
it
anymore.
dropped. Never mind,
And I'm raging, so I can't cast spells anyway, or concentrate on them. It is the only problem with the warlock barbarian build.
of course, yeah.
But it is why it
The
works
only
because
problem
you
with
only
the
have 2
Warlock
spell
Barbarian
slots
build is that it negates half of the build. Yeah.
at any one time, but it gives you the other half at any one time.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Draw the attacks.
I do.
With advantage.
Yes.
Yes, with advantage.
So a
As this is
16 probably doesn't, but an 18 on the first is the total.
Yep.
Is the better one.
Yep.
And let's just do it. 21 will hit. Let's see if we can do better. 22. Yeah. No. So a pair of hits.
Great. Draw damage.
So that is 14 from the first, because I'm raging, so I get an extra 2 damage, and 17 on the second. So a total of 29 bludgeoning.
Okay. So that is
58.
59. 58. 58,
Yeah.
whatever. Cool.
Nice.
As Dolph,
Big
very
yes.
workmanlike, just sort of, oh, I haven't done this since back in the workshop. And he's just working
It's like, what is it? The people working on railway spikes?
Yeah, that's very much it. He's actually humming I've been working on the railroad. Yeah.
It is actually more reminiscent to you of making an ice sculpture.
Oh, hell yeah.
As pieces of crystal are flying off.
See, actually, now that I'm thinking of what is the fact that I'm punching and he's hammering, if you've ever seen people make mochi,
Yeah.
where you've got one guy with hands in there, like in between the hammer blows.
Yeah.
I
okay,
would
That's
be
exactly what it is. Too.
not to any mechanical benefit, but I am aiming for the shiny bits. He doesn't know what they are either, but he's definitely aiming for the shiny bits.
Sure. Cool, we're almost there, and then we'll take a break after this is resolved. So, Mrs. Claws, you're up.
How does he look?
Rough.
Rough?
Whereas when you first saw them, they were perfectly rounded, polished crystal creatures. This has chunks missing from it.
And it's lying on the ground.
And is lying on the ground.
Trying to work out. It's not going to die off 5 hit points, but I think it'd be really funny. It'll be 10 hit points. I'm gonna walk up there and punch it.
I mean, it is
Yeah, you have
bludgeoning
advantage on
damage.
this attack.
I have advantage.
Yes.
So,
Did you crit?
it's work with an arm.
So, sorry, what did you get?
Natural 20
Natural 20.
for a 29. How much work with unarmed?
How
So
much? Yeah.
crit,
Do you do 1 damage?
unfortunately, if
Yeah.
you don't have a dice for it, the crit still does the same amount of damage. It's just a guaranteed hit.
Okay, that's cool. My unarmed strikes do 5.
But it's bludgeoning, so it would double to 10.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing the insignia of claws, so I get a +1
Oh, true.
bonus to the attacks I roll, so it's a 6. And
Twelve.
So 12.
Nice.
12 bludgeoning damage as I walk up, look at this thing on the ground, and just fucking.
Look, you rolled a crit, so I'm willing to pay that. So that would be 24.
Nice.
Hey,
Oh, thank you.
let's go.
How do you want to do this?
Yes!
Yes!
Sorry, I shouldn't have clapped in front of the
Punched
mic,
by
but
the
that was very
Yes, you
exciting.
should have. It was great.
Yeah.
This
All
thing
the
has been. You go, honey.
No, you go.
Oh, how do you do
This
this?
thing has
Describe
been
it.
belting the shit out of my friends. They've got it on the ground. This one killed my mate behind me, and we had to bring him back. And she's just turned to poor Ravira and gone, "Oh, you poor pet, you haven't copped any of them," and hurt Ravira with the other guy. So I just fucking full haymaker this thing right in the jaw, and I like to think that it shatters. I don't know. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely it does.
She just looks down at it, like one leg outside of its torso, and she swoons.
Ooh,
Nice.
Excellent.
I hope you never
And-
get angry at me.
And as you shatter through its jaw and knock its head off, an energy is released from it, as has already been released from the other 2 golems, which floats down the hallway, actually the way that Gavle came.
So back in the
from
direction where I
room
found the body.
with Marston. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's a good sign.
And at that, we're going to take a break.
Hell yeah.
So we will be back in 5 to 10 minutes, where we will look at resolving this adventure of the canopic being.
Awesome.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Bye, everyone.
Everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to part 3 of the canopic being, where our heroes have just endured the creatures of the title, the canopic beings, the canopic golems, which they all kind of mutually fucked each other up, which was lots of fun. I want to also remind our audience that we do have a giveaway from Trollord Games. So type !ticket in chat if you have not already to enter that giveaway, and we will draw that at the end of tonight's session. So you are in this hallway with lots of shattered crystal within this crystalline hallway, and you watch as some kind of energy from those golems goes north up the hallway the way that Yevle came from. What would you like to do?
What's up
Can
there?
Can I do an Arcana check on the energy as it's going away?
To what effect?
I want to find out if it's like a, and you might tell me that, too bad, so sad, but I want to find out if it's something that's going to dissipate or whether it's something that's like powerful returning to something.
Yeah, okay. Roll an Arcana check.
9.
Boo.
You're not sure, but you suspect there's some relevance to the direction that it's heading.
Yep.
Well,
What's up there?
well, I
A small
think
white
there are-
cat as transforms.
Hell yeah. I think Gavle will scoop it into his horns again as he kind of turns to answer Dolph, and will just
I don't know all the way, but I think, well, I know that's where I found the body, in that direction. So we're going to have to go past it anyway if you want to take a look.
and he'll sort of continue down the corridor to show them the way.
I don't really, but okay. So
Something else I will tell you just briefly is that among the crystalline fragments of the golems lies some dark, glassy kind of rocks.
DM, does this
I'm-
look like something from the ritual? Like, we haven't done a thorough study of the book, but were things like this mentioned?
Things like what?
Like these
The
little
rocks.
rocks.
Rocks weren't mentioned, but organs from the Mummy Lord were.
Uh-huh.
And these two of them are like small marbles,
Guys, I assume
which they are pulsing slightly. And in fact, Yavle was at one point holding this almost cylindrical stone
brainstem.
with it actually has like a whole bunch of like strings kind of falling from it with little nodules along them, and two kind of oval
We've got
shaped
the central nervous system.
stones as well.
Dolph would like to pick up the little marble ones and hold one up to his eye and look at it closely. Does it appear to be... Does it have a pupil or anything?
It does not.
Cool. He rubs it on one of his nipples, then throws it down the corridor, and like he's polishing it, and then he throws it down the corridor a decent distance and shoots it with an eldritch blast.
Okay.
He's gonna fling it into the air, and then his packed weapon, he with his candy cane, and shoots an eldritch blast out of the end of his candy cane. 3 actually.
Like, there's so much going on here between nipples and candy canes and
No, we don't have time to unpack all that.
I'm just going to choose to ignore it and say, yes, you do
fair,
that.
fair.
Yeah.
One very quick thing: is it safe to say that this is the same texture or like material as the broken in half disc that I found earlier?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it
he'll-
also sorry?
No, you go.
Is it also the same as the stones that we saw in the cabinet?
No.
The little polished river
Okay.
stones.
Yeah, cool. No worries.
No. Yeah, I think in that case, Yevla will
Looks like the one that the other lady had cut out of herself.
Oh.
Which I think you were leading everyone to anyway, right?
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Did I destroy the marble?
You did, yes.
Cool. He stomps on the other one.
Okay.
crunch.
It
I want you to
cracks.
Out of character.
Crunchitized.
I am all for, and I don't. You guys can disagree with me, but I think breaking these is not bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say like out of character. I pieced together that these are. Oh, no, brain fell out.
Yes, and I want to break that brain. Yeah, these are definitely the linky bits. And Dolph isn't smart,
Yeah,
but he
pieced
does.
together that the golems were. Yeah,
He
other
figures,
Guys, but I've
yeah.
got no idea in character.
Because we did read that it might turn you into a golem, and Dolph is not that stupid. In fact, he's got an
Mrs.
intelligence
Claus
of
is.
12. He's actually pretty bright.
Mrs. Claus has 8.
So yeah,
Same.
Dolph breaks all the ones he can find.
Before you continue, Yevle, you would have at least skimmed the piece of paper that you found on the Dragonborn corpse, which details the right of reclamation,
Oh,
which I will briefly read to you in case it becomes relevant to things that you wanted to stop people doing or do things
Thank you.
yourself.
Yes.
So but I will say both eyes are definitely destroyed.
sure.
So it's a ritual known as the Rite of Reclamation, which involves claiming some of the dust of the Mummy Lord's body after they have been defeated. The ritual describes a process for mixing the dust with wax to create a magic candle. Then, if a creature imbued with one of Valen's organs spends an entire long rest within 5 feet of the candle is consumed, Valen's organ is destroyed, and the creature's missing organ is restored. There is a alternate method as well. The creature imbued with one of Valen's organs is killed, and the characters have access to the creature's original organ. You remove Valen's organ from the body, and if you can replace it with the original organ in the body within 1 hour of the creature's death, then it returns to life.
Ah.
Does it say that can ungolem them, or?
It says they can be returned to life.
Yeah.
Although you imagine that due to the nature of their bodies being shattered, it is probably not possible for them.
My bad.
These ones are probably. Oh no, trust me, we were all smashing them. It seems to me, I think in that case he'll
These ones are too far gone, I think. But if we find any others, maybe we keep them intact.
Don't
in
smash.
case we can.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
You are
catch.
reminded again as well that the ritual can lead to one of two results. Either a canopic golem, which you believe these things to be.
or a fully
Or-
willing participant, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking of that very nice and helpful acolyte that we saw on the way in.
Yeah, well, that too.
Alessia,
Alessia.
whose name is in the book.
Yeah, okay.
And the fact that they are not going golem makes me think that that might be the case with them. So given we have to defeat the mummy anyway to get the ash to make the candle to do the ritual,
Yeah.
we go deal with it, and then maybe we try to, because she seems to genuinely be willing, we maybe try to convince her, like, hey, you know...
Where do you think the heart is? If you had to guess, any of the participants.
If I had to guess, maybe her. She's the only one we've met so far who didn't seem bothered by anything that was happening here.
Yeah.
And I imagine that she'd want the one carrying arguably the most valuable flesh meat to be nearby and cooperative.
I mean, it's also possible that the heart is still in the mummy.
It's also
Might not have given up that part.
It doesn't it say in the thing that the heart has to be
The
destroyed?
heart specifically has to be
destroyed.
removed.
Yeah.
To
Create
create a
it.
mummy lord, the heart cannot remain inside the mummy.
Okay, so the heart
Okay.
has been done, and so far we know that because all the other ones we found, we've actually seen the organs. We know that none of them had the heart. So
Yeah.
it's either she has the heart, or there's
Another
extra
one we haven't found
golems
yet.
or other people somewhere.
Can I clarify something? I
Oh, one
thought
of
that.
us.
Well, exactly. I thought that the whole thing was you could become a canopic thing, or you could become a human that has the. I don't understand whether willing, like, because you're getting controlled by the mummy either way.
So I don't think that... I think you only get, like, fully, like, dominated, kind of, if you get made into the golem. I think otherwise... Because I think they also specified that your memory gets wiped of the experience.
Yeah.
So, like, you effectively agree to undergo the process, it happens, and then your memory gets wiped, and you basically continue to kind of, like... I guess you don't have to
You just live your
specifically
life.
cooperate, but you just
Well,
kind of
I-
live your life. In the first place, you had to have agreed to it, but then your memory gets wiped. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that you were under control, so I thought it meant that we hadn't had that happen yet because we're not under control. I misunderstood.
Well, I
I
mean,
just-
it's also possible that either we did agree to it and our memories have been wiped, or I guess it's also possible that it's like lying or wrong.
It was a trap to bring us here, possibly. In fact, and we haven't been convinced yet. I also, maybe there are magical methods of convincing people.
Mm-hmm.
I
No
will
doubt we
say,
will find out.
when I inspected the book, I did get a short vision of her. It seemed like divining something. Like eyes rolled back, and then she came out of it looking concerned, and she wrote our names down. And so I wonder if she maybe put us down, like you said, as a trap because she was worried we might pose some sort of a threat.
Yeah. We came here, the original four of us, Hjort and the others, under the assumption that this was all a trap. The whole thing smelled exceptionally, what is the word? Full of fish.
Huh?
Sorry. No, not on me.
A hiss and scratching heavily.
Yeah.
Ravira is gonna go around the room and collect up all the shards of crystal that have like kind of, and like make her little funeral pyre with the shards. And yeah, she's kind of like, oh, like as she's going, she's like muttering to the, oh, I hope the earth takes you. But she's quite frustrated because I believe we're in a fully. It's all man-made, isn't it?
Crystal.
Like it's all
stone
crystal.
and crystal.
It's
and
all
stuff,
stone and
yeah.
crystal. Like there's no.
It is all crystal,
Oh,
which
okay, but
seems to
it's
be floating in a void.
Okay.
It's a demi
Okay.
plane.
To call
Well,
it
she's-
man-made would not be correct.
So sorry, not natural.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, but she's gonna place them in and kind of do a little goodbye ritual. And she brings out like from her pocket, she brings out like some soil and throws that on top as well.
Yeah.
Great.
I think you'll see Hevler back away from it. But he'll sort of use that as an excuse to just sort of the room's this way and lead you guys towards where the body is.
Something else that I want to add is I'm not sure if I misspoke when I originally spoke about the ritual or if something got lost in translation between players recapping, but there's nothing in the book about the ritual having to be consensual.
Ah! Yeah.
Okay.
I think
good
we
to know.
thought that. But that does make a lot more sense. Cool.
Right.
Yeah, I've just been looking through the thing to make sure.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
don't think it had.
So,
yeah.
I don't
So the
know
ritual
where we
is
got that then,
either-
but that was definitely in the first session.
right, so the ritual is either you get something swapped out, you are aware that it's been swapped out, but you get golemed, or the ritual is your memory gets wiped and you're just not aware that it has happened and you go on living your life.
Yeah.
I'm going to correct you slightly. The page from Meisten that you found, the note that she wrote, she indicated that she didn't remember the ritual.
But
had
she
happened
pieced
to
together
her.
what was happening
Yeah.
because of the crystal corruption she saw on her flesh.
Yes. And because she had read the book and she knew. Yeah.
Okay, so memory wipe either way, but arbitrarily some people seem to stay alive. Maybe it has something to do with the heart, and some people seem to go golem. Cool. Interesting. Yeah.
Really not positive. Cool. All right, let's lead the way and gather up our Dragonborn friends' remains.
Okay. So Gavle leads you back through the hallway to a room where the ceiling is supported by 4 crystal columns with eye-shaped capstones. There are a dozen thick cushions scattered around the room, and there is a dragonborn corpse now face up in the center of the room with a pool of dried blood not quite fully around it now that it's been moved slightly. There's a dagger. I don't know if Gavle, you would have left the parts of the organ.
He fully left all of it there. I think he's not smart enough to think that someone might tamper with the crime scene and kind of just came running when he heard his friends calling.
Yeah.
Can I please do a medicine check to see how long the how long they've been dead?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
22.
Fantastic. First of all, this was definitely self-inflicted. And the location that this organ came from makes you feel like it was a pancreas. You feel like they have been dead for about a day. Give or take.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that they had to only been dead for an hour to be able to reverse the curse, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the thinking, Ravira? Salvageable?
Well, don't think so. I think it might have been too long.
One more bone I intend to pick with this mummy.
Agreed.
For what it is worth, you are aware of a spell that fulfills a person's wish, which would probably do the job. But otherwise, failing that, yeah, it's probably too late.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Oh well. The organist.
why-
Dolph!
What?
Oh, well. Goodness.
They're in a well. This is the entrance was at the bottom of a well. I am sad. Is my face not doing the sad thing? I'm not good at that. I am genuinely sad. I'm sort of sorry. I am on mission, and my friends are in mortal peril.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's leave it there.
Yeah.
We don't have quite enough time to end this, but we're at a good point to pick up next time.
Cool.
So thank you very much, everyone, for playing. Thank you, audience, for being here with us. Some of us are flagging, so let's go quickly through favorite moments. And we're not going to roll for it straight away. We're going to go with Jess first of all. Favorite Jess moments.
Actually, yeah, Jess was just saying to me that she might actually have to dip out before favorite moments because she's exhausted. But maybe we could take 30 seconds to quickly laud her and send her on her way.
Can I take 30 seconds before that to steam through mine for all of you guys, if it's okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
Rowe the cats. I loved it. Thank you so much. That was so fucking nice. Similarly, Dolph, Josh, sorry, my brain's gone. The continuity from last year of like, oh yeah, also I still have no idea. I loved that, and I loved how gracefully you took the, like, oh shit, I'm dead, damn, huh? Well, shit, a 9, damn, huh?
I had
Major
two
respect.
druids with me. I reckon I'm okay. Thank you.
Oh, I couldn't help. I was an elephant.
You were an animal, but yeah.
Gavle. I love Gavle.
Okay.
Sorry, just getting to play with that goat again just made me so happy. And I'm once again watching the live stream of the one in Sweden.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if I want something to happen to it or not. Like, it's who knows?
Or something will.
Brendan, that was great. I like a good combat that feels like I'm in danger. Like, yeah. No, So I really respect how you balance that, and I madly respect. And thank you for nerfing them just a little bit, because I think we would have been fucked otherwise.
Yes, I was telling the players off camera that, oh no, I think I said it on camera, that I added their bludgeoning vulnerability. Otherwise it would have been a bit too tedious, I think. So I'm pretty happy with how they
terrifying.
They were not
We're
easy.
all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm
Candlekeep
sorry that I have to
TPK.
run. I just...
No, that's all right. Do you have a little bit more for us to flatter you?
Oh, sure, yeah, I can do like another 5.
Great.
I couldn't do a full...
No.
Yeah. No, that's all good.
Yeah.
Favorite Jess moments?
Ooh. I mean, going for the unarmed attack, because obviously it was great that you got the final kill, but the fact that you saw it prone on the ground and you opted for the unarmed strike over everything else. You were like, don't know how much health there's left, don't know what's going on, and you were just like, nope, doesn't matter. I'm socking this thing.
Yeah.
And the fact that it worked out was just fucking cherry on top.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It was great.
He would simply
Yeah.
do that.
The elephant in the room needs to be mentioned. I love a good polymorph. I love a good wild shape. I love that, you know, you've got two big damage dealers, big damage sponges, but let's not forget the fucking moon druid. Never forget a moon druid. Yeah, solid form, solid usage, just really good mechanical D&D play. Yeah, excellent job.
Appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
Lots of fun shenanigans with the cat, going back and forth and fucking with Dolph, and you keeping that continuity with him as well. That was lots of fun.
We got beef. I don't even remember why, but it's like,
I really
genuinely
enjoyed the
don't think we do.
I think Mrs. Claus has beef with everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
I really enjoyed the cat stuff, but I also really enjoyed the present where Dolph gave you the present and you were like suspicious that it's gonna be like, I just thought that was a nice little insight into character.
Have you ever tried to give a cat anything?
Yeah.
Like, that's got a pill in it.
Would you like some cheese, Claus?
She,
No!
she takes
Maybe a
the ball
little.
out and sits in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly what she does.
If I fix, I sit.
Yeah.
No.
Cool.
Favorite self?
Oh shit, I forgot about that part. I just... fuck it, no, it was the unarmed strike.
Yeah.
So valid.
that was
Cool. Yeah.
So, like, I was going for it no matter what, but I was like, is there a chance that I win this hit? And then I crit.
Yeah.
So satisfying.
I want you to know that the first roll, like, because it was with advantage, I rolled a 5,
Hey.
which is what happened to me earlier when I rolled the 5 and 6
Whoa.
on the
Yeah.
dice.
With crit, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Actually, the crit come from the dice that you sent that we won, Josh.
Nice.
Hey.
So it's
fantastic.
pretty cool.
Present
That's
dice.
poetic.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Alrighty.
that I've gotta
Off you go.
Like,
No,
yeah,
don't be sorry.
I'm just-
Get yourself to bed.
Thank you for joining us.
I need to
Go
horizontal
get some
before
rest.
I hit the floor instead.
Can I just request that that you leave the camera on if possible while you do stuff? No, that's not really possible. It's
No.
just gonna mess the cameras up. But I can fix that.
Sorry.
I can fix that. Don't worry. I will just join the Zoom call with my phone. You carry on.
Clever.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Thanks,
I've
Jess.
got medication I need to take.
You carry
Muscle.
Go for it,
Go.
hun.
Thanks, Brendan. It was
Bye-bye.
my turn. Love you. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, let's see where our faces move.
Oh yeah.
Wait, where? Oh.
Why
I
were-
own the-
I'm
Yes!
Mrs. Claus.
Oh, damn it! I was the DM for a second. I couldn't get my box in my face in the right part of the box to
There you
say
go.
that I owned the joint now.
Same.
Just need to swap the two me's and we're good. Cool. All right.
Can I get a D4 in chat, please, to see who we're going to compliment next?
That's exclamation mark roll D4 space
Space the
4.
number 4. Yeah, if you're gonna do it right.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the implication of, oh, Brendan, you didn't tell them the thing. I'll tell them the thing, and then tell them the wrong thing.
I like doing that.
Jess, roll a 4. That's Zach.
Yes.
Let's
Fantastic.
go.
Zach.
Ah, there you go.
Oh my god. The armed. I loved the description of when you switched from piercing to bludgeoning damage, and the sticks coming off to reveal. It was a very cool description.
Thank
I
you.
enjoyed that.
I'm very
actually.
Yeah. I enjoyed the mental image of Gavle coming to everybody else's aid, sort of like a, oh, that's, yeah, the at the very beginning, sort of the lore dump, the playing with the fact that the guy doesn't really get people and like squishy things. That consistency of like, yeah, I don't really understand meat things. That's a meat thing, right? Was really fun. I really enjoyed that element of your roleplay of him.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed having you as my through point from last session to tonight. I thought you did a really great job of keeping everyone else aware of the relevant stuff, and also just being a conduit for me to do that as well. But Gavle is really cool.
Thank you.
He's a really cool character. Yeah. And also, yeah, your Blood Hunter stuff that allows you to get visions. As I said last night, is a gift for a DM to be able to deliver plot stuff.
Yeah. I'm very glad. Well, thank you very much. I think solo wise, it's really silly, but because I forgot up until partway through this session that part of the reason I built Gavle the way I did was for his ridiculous jump distance, and so I was glad to be able to make use of that, even if only as like flavor for him just doing like superhero landing across the room punches and stuff. It was just fun. I enjoy that sort of flavor and like just mucking around with the mechanics, so it was good.
Yeah, that was lots of fun.
Yeah.
Another D4 was rolled in chat as well, which was a 1, so that would be me.
Let's go.
Favorite DM moments?
I think balancing a high-level combat are really fucking hard, and you did a really good job of nerfing them just enough to make them a challenge, to retain them being a challenge. And like, I was worried. I was genuinely worried at turn 2 when the barbarian goes down. You're like, oof, okay, they can take out the barbarian. Admittedly, not a particularly good barbarian, but still. Like, yeah, he's... that was just really nicely done. It was a really smart little bit of balance that you also hinted at really... Like, it was neatly done. It was a very, very gracefully done piece of DMing. I have a second, but I'll wait.
Thank you. I will let you in on something else with that, where it was originally just going to be the one golem. The 3 golems do exist in the complex, but the other 2 were elsewhere. But I was judging with the way that you were getting through the first one. I was like, yeah, these guys can take all 3.
Well, you took away my favorite moment, because my favorite moment was the golems arriving.
Yeah.
Because I love that it was like, and then you would like, I legitimately like, I was like, when you said the last one, I was like, God damn it. But it was good. It, like, I didn't expect it, and it also like, yeah, it added that layer of like, risk to the battle. Yeah, it felt like we were actually at risk, which was cool. It doesn't always feel that way. But yeah, I enjoyed the adding of the golems, so that's cool that was you.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I mean, I want to very briefly comment as also on the balancing of the fight and the way that you adjusted it. I know we talked about it a little bit in the break. I absolutely adored the way you handled it. It made the fight very engaging without subtracting from the difficulty of it, but it stopped it feeling like a grind. Which was great, because types of enemies like this that shut down spellcasters and stuff like that are very cool and very necessary sometimes for certain things, but also having that then drag on to a longer fight can feel kind of bad for the people who are playing the spellcasters. So not having it drag like that, I thought was a very, like, a good move, both for just fun but also keeping everyone engaged. I thought that was excellent. But given that has already been more or less said as well, I will very briefly also attest to your commitment to the bit of he'll roll, he succeeds.
Yeah.
Gonna be my
instantly, every
same.
time. that was very good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I think I said this on stream as well, but I did that to make it not super obvious by saying the exact mechanics, but by giving hints that these were going to keep being resistant against magic.
Yeah.
I've got their stats here. I'll share some things with you. So AC 17, hit points 252.
Ooh, tasty.
And that was the gauge that I used when you had almost killed the first one at the end of round 2. I was like, okay, you can take some more then. They're immune to every condition except for prone. So every time you knock them prone, I was looking, I'm like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, we got a bit lucky there then.
Yeah.
Yes. So they had limited spell immunity. So they automatically succeed on saving throws against spells of 7th level or lower, which is why the firestorm didn't quite work.
Rough.
But if it was one higher, then it would have. And the attack rolls of spells 7 or lower always miss it. And then it has a reaction which allows it to just deflect that missed spell attack to make it auto hit something else.
Wow.
So if you ever try to, regardless of levels, spell attacks that target it, just go to one of your allies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's fucking spooky.
So I'm so glad that I tried that with a 4th level. It could have been worse.
It absolutely
sick.
could have been.
And I guess that probably leads to one of my favorite stealth moments was the description of how that worked, of it absorbing
That was
the
very
spell
cool.
and the ice knife going through it and then out the other hand.
That was like,
I thought, some cool imagery. And those are CR 13 enemies,
Yeah. Cool.
Jeez.
Yeah.
damn.
which I think one of them against the party of 4
This is the thing.
would have been like, oh, that was kind of interesting, I guess, but we killed it in 2 rounds. So I think that, having the 3 of them made
And
it
that was
feel
without knowing about the
even.
bludgeoning. Like the first one was down in 2 rounds without too much bludgeoning being directed at it. Yeah.
You guys
Though
are-
it
yeah,
didn't
pretty
drop
good.
until round 4, I think you'll recall, because we kind of got
It
distracted.
stayed on 1 hit point for about 2 rounds.
I was like, "Don't move the moonbeam until this one's dead. Kill the next one."
Nah, you guys had that one. It was fine.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we got there.
We did.
Anyway, we have flattered me thoroughly enough. Can I get a D2 in chat, please?
No, it's just one left. It's just Rowe.
Ha ha ha.
Ho, 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 ho.
Right, then I'll roll it.
He's a
I'll roll it.
jokester. Goofster gaffster over here.
What a cheeky little guy.
I got myself. Fuck.
Yeah, I got you too.
Meant to be.
Very well.
Okay, favorite Josh moments.
Alright. I love Dolph. Dolph is always a great character. He's fun. But I think in particular it was same way I phrased it earlier, the swap from warlock to barbarian problem solving of the okay, cool, I'm gonna mage hand into the room to go through the cupboard. Okay, cool, so you get all the things. You can't find the thing that you know is there. That's weird. I go look at it. You also can't find it. I put my foot through it. Hey, I found it. Like, it's like, yeah, I mean, if it works.
Yes, that was very good.
Nah, that was great fun though.
I enjoyed the Eldritch Blast at the eyeballs, like with no, like you were just like, I'm taking it out, and then like but also the candy cane Eldritch Blast style is very fun as well. But
Don't
yeah, I
forget the
enjoyed-
nipple rubbing.
Yeah, well, I
Right.
kind of like that whole bit was quite funny in a lot of levels.
It was deliberately designed because his understanding is that these are the eyes of the mummy lord. So he was being like, here, rubbing your face on my nipple. There. Now it's like, that's horrible, right? People don't like that. And then it was a disrespectful move. That was all.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I hope this hasn't awakened anything inside of Dolph.
He's all wearing leather.
I liked the wild magic giving you the exact effect that you kind of wanted of the double.
Of on a 20 as well, because I mean so my wild magic sheet is bigger. I've got 20 options, and 7 was pretty fucking handy. Actually, there was a few that could have helped, but that one was pretty good. In fact, without it, I might well have been knocked unconscious. So
I hope you didn't mind me ruling that the way that I did, but it wasn't described in the same way as like mirror image.
It's definitely not, and that's I would have I would have done exactly the same thing. I was like, cool, I kill it, and then I hurt you. That's exactly what I would have done. So thank you. Favorite self, probably giving the present to Claws. Like the presents generally, because that's his whole thing. So collecting things to give people as presents it amuses me. And just deciding that he has this power to produce fully wrapped presents from just anywhere. It was like, it has no meaningful value. I can explain it away by minor illusion if you want, but yes.
Yeah. Who cares? That's fun.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed the when he came in front, that you got in front of the cats at the beginning. That was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you. And Quokka has rolled a 2, which means Ravira. Thanks, Quokka.
Great.
And chat, you're welcome to put up your own favorite moments as well, just FYI.
Yes.
Quokka, please
do.
roll !ticket in chat. That's not a dice roll. It does, however, put you into the draw to win one of the giveaways. And favorite romance.
Yes. I think in particular, actually, I'm gonna throw the I'm trying to think of how to phrase it in like a word or two. I guess like I'm gonna say the mechanical attention to it that you showed in combat. I think just between one electing to sort of constantly keep the moonbeam moving, but then also the fact that you were willing, even as kind of our backline caster for the most part, to get into the middle of everything in order to make what you thought was the best play. And then when more attacks were coming in and things like that, the fact that it was then actively checking for deflect missile and things like that, like it showed that you were kind of you were on top of your whole kit for the whole fight.
Yes.
And that's like, especially when the sort of the session runs late and the session runs long, like it's always impressive to see. But it was I don't know, it showed an attention to detail that I appreciate.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I particularly liked you rushing into the middle to cast Mass Cure Wounds, particularly when you saw that casting offensive spells weren't going to be as effective. So pretty much flawlessly changing your plans and putting yourself in danger to pick everyone up, I thought was really cool.
I'm going to say, I have 2 and you can't stop me. I'm going to say firstly the gathering up the bits and making a little funeral pyre. She's such a sweetie. She has no business being in a war zone, and that's partially why Dolph is incredibly protective of her. Like, it's very Big Brother energy when he stands behind her. She looks into a room, he's like, I stand behind her, but even though he thinks it's a bad idea. But also, then being the one with a brainstem, and actually, like, checking stuff and looking at stuff, because he's with a half-orc who's stupid, and a man-bear-pig thing that's also goat thing that is also pretty stupid, and Dolph, who is technically smart but not really. So yeah, Ravira
smart
being
on
the
paper.
smart person, is handy as well, and I liked it. Self?
Anything else? Your favorite self?
I enjoyed playing that. I enjoy, like, she is such a sweetie, but she is actually incredibly intelligent. So I enjoyed kind of playing that part where, like, the bit where I was saying, like, you shouldn't have this conversation in front of other people, because I felt like that's something that Ravira in the first season would have had no idea about. And
Yeah.
it was kind of fun to like play with the idea that she's been in this world and she's intelligent. So she's starting to work out some of the shit that's going on in this world. And so to bring that in and have that moment where it's like, oh, like actually, no, you're not supposed to do that. Was fun.
It was fun for then Dolph to go, actually, she's watching us constantly, all of
Yeah,
these.
which is just, like,
But a good
brain
point,
over.
you know, you're learning and great.
What's funny is that they are eyes, not ears.
Well, that's
so
true.
they can see you but not hear you.
Yeah. Okay, all right then, fine, I take it back.
Thanks, DM.
I got you. Well,
And this is
Thank
when
you very much.
we get the classic. Oh, but she can read lips.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a mummy lord.
yeah. She uses captions.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
magic
thank you
accessibility.
very much for playing with me tonight, and thank you for being here watching us. I've had a lot of fun, and we're going to try and find a time next week, maybe Monday, maybe Thursday, to finish this up. So stay tuned on the ! socials for that kind of stuff. That was pretty smooth, wasn't it?
Nice, like it.
This is why I have taken over the channel. We also have some supporters of this channel. We have a Wooden Forge, who make lots of quality local made products using wood and other materials. It is Poggy. And we also are supported by Troll Lord Games. You like that one, don't you?
I'm just gonna throw up some pog emotes in chat. There you go. Yeah, and
Troll Lord
Pog is
Games supports us as well.
criminally
They
Appreciate you.
are an online retailer of TTRPG stuff, and are in fact supporting us tonight with a giveaway, which we're coming towards the end of. So if you have not yet, please type in ! Ticket to go in the running for that. You have until I run out of things to say. So I just want to say I have really enjoyed running this campaign. I'll tell you why I have wanted to run this is almost exclusively because I have never had any dealings whatsoever with mummies or mummy lords. And they just kind of seem interesting. And ironically, I still haven't had anything to do with mummy lords. We still haven't actually gotten to her yet.
she's been a bit of a snarky cow through the phone.
Yes, she has been. But
true.
those canopic golems I think are very cool, and I'm going to keep them in mind to throw them into other campaigns for combats where the mages, just to keep the mages down to earth.
Keep him humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The
fair.
fact that they have immunity to up to 7th level spells,
Yes. Huge.
I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Sweet ass.
Well, I have run out of things to talk about, so I think
gonna
it's
draw that
time for
giveaway.
us to draw in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let her rip.
You won your own giveaway.
Shanahos
What's
won
his
it.
code?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shanahas.
Shanahos won.
Wow.
Yay!
Shanahos.
There you go.
Well
Shanahos.
done, Shanahos.
Huge.
Yeah.
Josh will be in contact with you to discuss how that prize
Yeah.
will work.
It's a code I
Well-
will send on Discord.
Fantastic. Well, I think that is pretty much everything. We need to go away from here now and raid someone. Josh, do you have someone in mind?
I think we might raid the lovely Absalom Dak, who is running some D&D. Princes of the Apocalypse, session 0. Hell yeah.
Princes of the Apocalypse is probably my favorite pre-written module that
Really?
I know of. Yep. What I will say is the book itself is structured pretty poorly, but the content that is in it is incredibly cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so great. We will raid Epsilon Dak. And socials, hit us up on Discord, on YouTube. And we will be back here tomorrow night, and I will be a player again, and Josh will be running our mid-season final. That's what they call it in American serial TV, which never fucking makes sense to me and is really frustrating.
Yep.
But it will be our last one for the year, but we will return in the new year. So catch that tomorrow night. I think that is pretty much everything. I've nailed this. Give me the keys. I'm gonna drive.
I thought you already took the keys. I thought this was
No,
like
he's only got a copy.
hostile takeover.
No,
rather than
I hijacked it. I hotwired it, but I actually need the keys.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Obviously. Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. I have had a lot of fun. We're gonna raid Absalom now. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.